1011 The Beat.
Oh my God, it's that TV.
Now I'm Mr. 615. North, east, and south, west side we callin'. Maybe from the top to the bottom. Yeah, I'm right off of Charles. She from Joe Johnson. Nashville be ballin'. I'm in Georgia Court, cushion my cigar. Money long as Lish in Charlotte. Sixes on my car, do this shit for y'all. Cashville be ballin', gon' ball forever. 30 racks ball, or 40 racks ball. Like all I know is ball. They say I'm honorary. Right here on 40 block, a 40 piece from Rocky. I'm finna catch a flight, and feel his trail tonight. I fire back the light. Who shot and wanna ride with me and go to after hours? They tryna send 100 P's and smoke the city out. Ooh, I'm the man and I ain't playing around this motherfucker. But watch me do my thing. Down south players getting paid around this motherfucker. The fuck you mean? Hey, you mean that I'm on 12 and buck? I'm copping pieces for the team. I'm in Slim and Hustle. North, east, and south, west side we callin'. Maybe from the top to the bottom. Yeah, right by Haynes Garden. She from Joe Johnson. Nashville be ballin'. I'm in Hadley Park, cushion my cigar. Money long as Ellington Parkway. Sixes on my car, do this shit for y'all. Cashville be ballin', gon' ball forever. 30 racks forever. 40 racks forever. 50 racks forever. We gon' ball forever. Cashville be ballin'. Cashville smoking pressure, though we love her. Cashville smoking Elvis, I'm in love circle. $1 million nigga, I'm coolin' in Chesapeake Circle. $1 million nigga, I'm started on Jefferson Hustle. Southside raised like Jelly Roll, somebody say me. And one day I seen a spaceship over Crescent Table. I did a show on West End and got cool with the mail. I met a chocolate hoe in Vegas, she from James Casey. And my niggas keep it gangster from JC Napier. Y'all represent from 23rd to AJ. Y'all represent from Westchester to Delaware. Y'all represent from Rivergate to Straightway. Shout out my niggas from Edge Hill, they keep it real. I got some Golden Valley niggas and they keep it trill. I keep it a bean, I'm plenty errors I done seen. We stronger together, can't feel all forever. We gon' fall forever. Sing about it. Can't feel me ballin'.
What's up?
What it do? Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Will you be my neighbor? Getting welcome on back out, man. Contextually speaking, you feel me? Season 2, 30, episode 35.
Started with Durant.
KD, you know what I mean? Real deal, KD in Houston, you know what I mean? Probably the greatest.
What's your favorite iteration of KD? Which team?
I mean, it's gonna easily be the Warriors KD. I like Brooklyn KD too, though. That boy was balling.
I really like Brooklyn KD.
And that's what niggas don't even understand. That boy
he was a toe away from being in the finals.
No, fact though.
Let's keep real, bro. Like, he was a toe away
with nobody.
Who was it? Sizzle.
That motherfucker say in route.
Oh,
finally get up out of there.
Brooklyn KD, because that's when he was really to me like Durantula. That's when he was like just going in the head top, you feel me, and just not playing no games, you feel me? because the whole team bailed on him. He had to.
No, for sure. Everybody got hurt.
Kyrie bailed with whatever reason. I'm not saying I'm just saying from his vantage point, we had an idea of us being the team. You feel me? And then
they got them COVID shit, all that shit. Like
hardest I wearing a fast suit.
Niggas said wearing the fast suit. That's nasty.
For real, I'm out of shape. Like you don't want to play. He got in shape in 2 minutes when he was another team.
Exactly, bro.
That was nasty work. Yeah, okay. Episode 35. Rant.
Yeah, man.
You feel me? We're going to start with the top 5 right into top 5.
Top five.
We were supposed to have a plethora of people here tonight, but that changed real fast.
Yeah, life happens.
I mean, prayers up there, but yeah. But we're going to be on next time. We're going to have the same discussion and to have some fun with it. Top 5 boxers.
We ain't go.
You want to do actors?
No, we do. We can do boxers.
We can do actors too.
No, I was just saying we got to see who they got at the top. I want to see who they got at the top 10. You know what I mean? That's what I was going to say. Who they got at the top 10, you know what I mean?
You know Muhammad got to be up there. You know
George Foreman.
You want to do ESPN or you want to do another spot?
Do ESPN. Big on ESPN.
Time Magazine.
Oh, ESPN. Fuck the Time Magazine.
According to AI, this is new. This is this year.
Yeah, the AI do be having that shit on there too.
Okay, because that was from last year. This is Time Magazine according to AI. Okay. You ready? Yeah. You want to start 10? No, you can. Yeah, it was 10. 10, Van Holyfield. 9. He's hated it. Heavyweight champion history to retire undefeated. Besides, I guess Floyd.
Floyd wasn't a heavyweight. That's why.
Yeah.
That was why. That's why they put that on there.
Roberto Duran. Duran was like that. 7, George Foreman. Had that Foreman in that top 10. Had to.
Hard hitting son of a gun.
Man, for real. 6, Manny Pacquiao.
Ain't mad at that either. Bad man, Manny.
5, Joe Louis. I ain't mad at that. Mad at that right there. 4, Pretty Boy Floyd. Gotta have money Mayweather now.
No, for sure, yeah.
Trust you ain't got to like him, but you gotta respect what's going on. 3, Mike Tyson. 2, Sugar Ray Robinson, and then 1. You come on. Well,
float like a butterfly.
Let's see what.
Sting like a bee.
I like that one. My top 5 ain't this top 5. No, ain't they top 5. I mean, one of them probably is, but not the whole. You know what I mean? 1 or 2 of them is.
Yeah, my top 5 would definitely be a little bit different there. Should finna tell you how to download the app, ain't it?
No, it's simple. I got the ESPN app, so they send me to the app, and now I guess just trying to upload. It's trying to load through link through the app. Anyway, it don't really matter for real.
Yeah, I got
What's your top 5?
I got Floyd for sure.
Okay.
I got Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and give me Bud.
Man, that's good.
Honorable mention Ali because he's just in his own category. You know what I mean? So I won't go put him in my top 5.
He definitely in my top 5 because it's
just like it's like Richard Pryor.
Sorry.
It's like, you know what I mean?
Like he played the game though.
Yeah, no, for sure.
He wasn't the first though. If he was the first ever, and he was the greatest at the same time, he's something different. You know what I mean? Well, I definitely got. I got Tank. My favorite top 5, whatever. Money. You gotta have Mayweather. Come on, man.
Sure.
I be lying to myself. Tyson for sure. Great. Yeah, Bernard Hopkins.
Yeah, we just popping. we just started not too long.
Got to the box.
Yeah, we just got to the box, so you can hop right on in. We just did the top 10 list. Yeah, we are
recording right now. Money Mayweather, Tyson, and Bernard Hopkins.
All right.
My favorite. Your top 5 boxers, your favorite?
Top 5 favorite boxers. Man, so I'm gonna go. My favorite to watch, because I was big on, you know what I'm saying, back in the 90s and the era we came up on, talking was a real thing, you know what I'm saying?
You had to promote that motherfucker. You had to promote that
You had to talk, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, we in the era where now the promotion game is just horrible, but I'll get in that later. Nonetheless, Ali number 1. Number 2, Roy Jones. 3 would be Mike Tyson. 4, because I was just a big fan of him, because he was just flat out cold. Evander Holyfield, you know what I'm saying? He was just flat out cold. He was like Evander was ice. I'm talking about was completely cold. Do you hear me? Ooh.
He checked everybody. Like you think like a atypical boxer,
right?
You want to model somebody like him,
right? And my last would be tied between Winky Wright and Bernard. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was going. I was to my fifth. I was thinking between Winky and Bernard. I was my boy though.
Bernard, the executioner was ridiculous. Is the real deal. Real deal.
Like that.
Winky was cold. Winky was cold. Winky was cold.
There's been so many cold boxers, bro.
See, like how we were just discussing before the camera came on, the era of wrestling that was like the 2000. Boxing was the coldest in the 90s and the 2000s. Like, yeah. Because when the Klitschko's took over, heavyweight boxing was dead at that time. You know what I'm saying? At that point, it was just completely dead. Heavyweight boxing been dead for a while. But
that's how lightweights became famous.
Exactly. When the heavyweights, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the 90s and 80s, the heavyweights was what you came to watch. You watched the big boys. You want to see the big boys get slumped.
Hard hitting when they was talking. Pacquiao was a hard hitting small dude,
right?
And Money Mayweather could promote any fight,
anything he wanted. You know what I'm saying? Him and Mike Tyson probably were the coldest shit talkers you ever seen in life. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Absolutely. Yeah, he say some wild ass shit.
Mike Tyson make you shake your shoulder up. That nigga make it.
For real, like
absolutely.
Mike Tyson gonna rape somebody, bro.
He told a man. He told a man.
You feel me?
He was on there. He
He beat you before he got in the ring. He said it all the time.
He was on there.
I beat 90% of my opponents before I got in the ring. And that's how he knew when he was facing real deal killers.
Absolutely.
When he was facing people like Evander and all that type of stuff. Because all that little whatever, I'm a country boy from him. I don't care about nothing you talking about, buddy.
Exactly.
I'm going to beat you. I don't care about nothing. They scared of you. They scared of you.
I ain't.
I'm not scared of you, little boy.
Agreed.
That's what changed that. And even when he the Buster Douglas thing was a surprise to everybody, but to Buster, what?
Nah.
Buster
can fight.
Buster he was him. Like I knew what he did.
But even though I say that, his Buster Douglas' very next fight was against Evander, and he got knocked out.
But it's Vander. And that's when you said Evander, that's that nigga. Vander was doing it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like whoever your killer is, the top, what you think, man, they gotta come see me first.
Right, exactly. And you know what I just said, right? It's what I can't stand about boxing today. Buster won the fight and fought another killer.
Right after that. I'm not going to.
Right after that.
I'm not doing a preliminary little cool fight where I go try to holler at somebody who I know I can probably beat up and get a little check real fast. Now I'm going right to the next killer.
The very next killer.
I'm going right to
the very next killer. Was Evander.
No matter if I win, lose, or draw, they can't say I was pussy.
After Evander knocked out Buster, guess what he fought? Mike Tyson.
They knocked him on out. And knocked him on.
That's how it went.
Bro,
it went right back. We're in the era where it takes 5 years for me and you to get down. We the big dog. And it takes us 5 years to fight.
Why is Tank not fighting Griffin to fight?
He's supposed to have been fought Loma. He's supposed to have been fought the Haney boy. The Haney boy.
Been fought Haney. Tank.
Bud is a bigger weight class. He don't want none of Tank. He wants none of Tank. He wants none of Tank.
You said Bud don't want Tank?
I mean, as in Tank don't want to see that. He's too little. I fuck with Tank. I think Tank is he little, y'all. That man really. If he a little dude.
Bigger body,
I know people. I know.
His spirit is 6'6".
Absolutely.
He is 5 foot, like.
Bro, he 5'3" for a reason. He gonna get treated right there. He's too little. He too little. He too little right there. He's too little.
Yeah, he's too little.
But nonetheless, I hate that. I just hate this era of boxing, where it just takes all day to fight everybody. You know what I'm saying? And we're also in the era where if you lose a one match, you consider your career's over with.
You flaw now.
You garbage. That's crazy to me.
We just went over
Mike Tyson. We just named Mike Tyson and Vander.
We went on the top 10 list.
We named Mike Tyson and Vander. They got all type of L's on their record. Ain't nobody gonna call them sorry.
We just went on the top 10 list, and each list they had
and I wouldn't doubt all of them got L's.
The 1 and 2 is Ray Robinson or Muhammad Ali.
I think Ali got
losses.
Mike Tyson, Muhammad Ali been knocked out
multiple times.
I think Ali got 7 losses.
Yeah, like it.
I dare somebody want to get on here and call him sorry. Matter of fact, a lot of people call him the GOAT.
I'm telling you, on every list, he's 1 or 2. Ray Robinson been number 1. He been number 2.
Sugar been number 2. And Sugar Ray got like 7 losses, like 5, 6 losses himself.
5 losses. Muhammad Ali record is 56-5.
Okay, yeah, Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, Muhammad Ali is 56-5. Ray Robinson record is, god damn, 173.
Wow.
And 19.
Yeah. Exactly.
But the ratio is so crazy, it don't matter.
It don't even matter.
But like, if I lost 19 fights, I beat up 150 other niggas.
Come on.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that loss record. You feel me?
Right.
If I fought 37 people and I beat up 31 of them, I'm okay with that.
Agreed.
I beat up 49 of them.
Agreed.
Some bad 5 motherfuckers got me.
Like, again, see what happened is, I know a lot of people are gonna hate to hear this, but it's the truth. Floyd Mayweather killed the game. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to admit it or not, when he made the game about money, which he did, which I'm not mad at that, but when he made it about money and picking and choosing fights,
we waited 10 years.
We waited 5 years for that fight. We waited 5 years for that fight. Do you hear me?
Business wise, of course, it's small.
It's hard to say.
It's small.
Like as you creating something, you also destroying something.
The longevity of what you're doing is for you, not for what the all of
you. For instance, like as you're creating something, you're also destroying something else.
Agreed.
Right? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to cut down trees to build a skyscraper.
Yes.
Agreed.
See what I'm saying? Like
trees to breathe.
But see, this is another issue.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm alluding to.
This is also the issue that Floyd Mayweather created too. All the boxers think they Floyd Mayweather. You don't have the type of pull.
You ain't that.
You not that.
Somebody gotta tell them like
you not.
You can beat. Yes, you can beat niggas like regular niggas up, but you ain't that in your sport.
You cannot sit here and tell another man, bro, I should get 80, you should get 20. How? And that's what these guys go at it with. This was the problem. This was the problem between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua.
But that's been,
and they still ain't fought.
That's the pendulum shift. That's the pendulum shift in.
Everybody thinks he should get paid
in every entertainment
$1 billion
from athletics,
to
boxing, to basketball,
to
my wrestling earlier,
Agreed.
To music, to all of it. The creator has changed their mind of how they think the structure should be.
Agree, yeah.
But my only, and I'm with that. I'm with all get your money, get your bag.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, because my boy Dub is gonna say, man, get your money.
Get your money. But if you ain't investing much, there's those such things that someone should invest in what you're doing, putting sponsors in your pocket, putting money in your pocket. You don't think they deserve percentages of what they get.
Right.
That don't even make sense to me.
Agreed.
Like that's not how business got to be mutual for each party that's involved. So if you a boxer and a promoter is making sure you sell this fight because you can't sell nothing.
Yeah.
You born. We just know you can fight good. When you ain't doing nothing,
and that's pretty much what this area. You just got cold boxers that can't talk,
and that's
which I ain't mad. At the end of the day, it's not about talking. It's about fighting. It's about fighting. At the end of the day,
but you gotta sell.
At the end of the day,
but you gotta sell the fight.
Agree. Yeah.
It's not like somebody earlier I said this is the best athleticism in wrestling.
Yeah.
Like where it's better wrestler, like by the technical of the aspect of it.
Yeah, for sure.
But more entertaining is not just
everybody ain't as entertaining as it was in what it was.
Yeah, for sure.
Value of something is not the same.
Storylines that grabs versus the
even the wild stuff that they would do would still grab you, would gravitate toward, because it was an escapism as well too in it.
Agreed.
It's so more realistic nowadays. Sometimes it's no escapism in it. So it's if you're not performing, if this don't feel believable, you flop.
Agreed.
Same thing with boxing now. Like I said, if you get knocked out one time now,
you're terrible.
You're terrible.
Right.
Nah,
because I do agree with you saying with the entertainment value. Because a lot of time we speak about the '90s and the 2004 WWE, we're not even gonna talk about a move or something or a move. I'm gonna say Stone Cold Steve Austin with the milk truck on.
It's moments.
Name Stone Cold Austin whooping Vince McMahon in the hospital. I'm not talking about nothing wrestling. I'm not gonna talk about nothing happening in the ring. Nothing happening in the ring.
A nigga fall off a cage.
Right. Booker T saying the N-word on camera. I'm not gonna say anything. It was surprised me that someone's top 5 moments wouldn't even be nothing wrestling.
I know most people who watch 90 wrestling, they only wrestling moment I know that niggas talk about for real, like on a regular basis. Yeah, is Mankind getting pushed off the cage.
Right, and that wasn't even a move.
Yeah, that's the only thing, like in the scope of a match. Yeah, that people talk about for real. That's something in the scope of a match.
And when he got slammed on the tax, I think he got slammed on the tax in that same.
Oh yeah.
I think it happened. That happened in the same ring, didn't it? Or no?
It was the same match.
He got slammed on the tax in the
After he went through the table, his dumb ass ended up climbing up to the back of the what's the name? And
and then he got actually hurt worse on that bump. Yeah, he got hurt worse on that bump.
He said, I was out at the back went outside.
And what's so silly? That was a whole just ass whooping we watched.
It's all
no, for sure.
For sure.
I don't even remember Mankind.
That's when Undertaker was like top 3. It was like him, Stone Cold, and The Rock. It was like
it was just him just getting demolished.
But that was a regular Undertaker match though. Like besides it being like Hell in the Cell, like Undertaker dominated everybody.
But that was like the perfect type of match for those two dudes, because those two dudes were the weird, like demented type character basis in that era.
Yeah, it wasn't nobody else you wanted to see in that match.
Like those are the weirdos in that sense of it, doing like the darkness. Besides that, like Kane, maybe, you know what I mean, shit like it. But those are like mid card thing, like just people like that. You feel me?
Absolutely.
But yeah, like that was the but like the entertainment. It's about the entertainment. Exactly. Like the milk truck shit. The Kurt Angle on the milk thing, spraying Stone Cold with the milk. You know what I mean? Yeah, niggas in the middle of the ring talking shit to Vince McMahon or some shit like that. Like that's the shit you remember most in that era.
Yeah, the DX,
the DX and all that type shit. You feel me? Nowadays, like I said, it's more relevant. But the entertainment factor ain't the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's same thing with boxing. Niggas can maybe fight more better, maybe. But y'all not.
And they gonna argue that.
And fighting different.
They gonna argue that.
Fighting different. But even give for argument's sake, say they are.
Okay, yeah.
You still ain't bring me to the fight.
Yeah.
I still don't want to watch you.
Exactly.
Like you ain't doing nothing that got me excited to want to see you box niggas. That's why Tank makes so much money he can pick and choose, because he the only fucking draw.
Yeah.
He can talk a little shit.
Right now, the only draws I can think of.
That's really what y'all was talking about. I ain't get to really try to make we gonna say nothing, but it's like we was talking about, like being a draw now is like it ain't even about, like he was talking, like it ain't necessarily if you can even promote a fight, but it's like, are you a personality? A lot of motherfuckers, like, you really got to be a personality and have a real fan base nowadays, like, because boxing ain't, like we just said, it fell off so bad. And like for you to even get, like, for people to come and sell hardcore tickets, you know what I'm saying? Like, you might get good viewership. I feel like viewership probably always been good for the average or above average boxing fan, but we talking about, like, actually packing that arena.
Right.
And that's a whole different ball game, you know what I mean?
That's not a boxing fan coming to that. That's the person going for the boxing is an event. We watching the fight, then we going to the after party club. It's a thing.
We talking about just the normal person, not like the average boxer fan. We talking about like the normal person that just want to be where everybody else want to be.
Frank Lucas got caught by the fans in a boxing match. It's not like gangsters came out, entertainers came out. It was a thing. It's a situation from the 60s all the way into the fucking early 2000s.
Fight Vegas and Sonny Liston and this person fighting, niggas going outside.
Absolutely. So Tank get what he get because he the only nigga that, regardless of who I'm fighting, this motherfucker gonna sell. It's gonna sell.
We had so many in our era.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was
Louis Jones Jr. fight
what?
versus Lennox. We outside.
Yeah.
Like if you was a grown up, you was an adult that around that area, you had a little change in your pocket. You going out of town. You doing a watch party at your crib.
Definitely watch party. Definitely watch party.
No, for sure.
Definitely watch party.
Don't let it be a summertime nigga having a whole barbecue, everything.
It was a real thing, homie.
Nah, for sure. With the box full big screen TV. Right.
Right.
I did all four in that motherfucker. You like this, bro. You like this, bro.
And hey, y'all three niggas doing shit like it. Goddamn, be shit me. I got the dough, nigga.
What was it? The flat screen TV? That was the thing with the flat screen but it was still a fat ass on the back.
Yeah, the flow model. That's the flow model. The flow model big screen. Yeah,
big screen TV.
First flat screen was still
big as fuck.
So now, before we go, so give us your top five. Top five was boxers.
Oh fuck! Damn. No order. Mayweather. Sugar Ray Leonard.
Sugar Ray's a good one too.
Sugar Ray's definitely a good one.
He's number 1, 2 on everybody's list. Like literally on every top 10, but he's number 1.
Yeah. I'm thinking of other weight classes as well. I mean, Muhammad Ali. I'm trying to think of some other ones. Somebody probably ain't never haven't mentioned, but it's hard to not.
I mean, you like what you like.
You like what you like. It's about you, eh?
No, for sure. See, I'm a B-hop guy. I like Bernard Hop.
I said
B-hop was the executioner.
No.
B-hop was hard. That man was fighting at age 53 years old.
And he's not going.
Like an actual boxing match.
Yeah, like counting his record.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and the last one would probably be... Did I say Mike Tyson?
No.
I'm going to say Mike just off the strength of respect. Off the strength of respect, you know what I'm saying? We ain't about to, yeah.
Prime Mike went and beat up Foreman just for Muhammad Ali. He said, I got you, champ.
Yeah. No, I got your lip for you.
Yeah.
I don't know if Prime Mike just whooped Foreman like that, though. I know that was a fight that everybody wished could happen, but
they both had similar styles. But the only thing,
who did he fight to get his lead back against Mike Tyson? He fought somebody that beat Muhammad Ali. That he fought.
Well, after I'm not sure what your question was. After Ali beat Foreman, Foreman went into like a hiatus.
Yeah, he became a pastor and everything, and then he came back older.
And he went into like a 10, like when I said he went like a 10-year hiatus. Yeah. And if I'm not mistaken, before he made that hiatus, I think he fought like 4 people at one time.
Like got out the way type shit.
Like no, what I'm saying is like he knocked out the person, and the other people came in the ring, then he knocked that person. Like that count.
He whooped Joe Frazier.
He demolished Joe Frazier.
He whooped Frazier, which led to Ali. And Ali beat him
exactly. You know what I'm saying? But I believe Foreman went in a hiatus. Yeah. But see, I don't even like doing, because you know a lot of people talk about Mike Tyson. A lot of people getting their feelings because they say Mike Tyson never had a prime because he went to jail like 4 or 5 times in the smack dab of his when he was that guy. Most people just say with Mike Tyson with the white boys. I think his name is Cuz or Coos. I can't
the trainer.
The trainer, yeah.
My whole white dude saved him. Yeah. And all that type of
and I always say, if we're talking about that version of Mike Tyson, which is his peak, and we're talking about George Foreman before Thriller Manila, no, bro. I don't know about that, bro. Mike being trouble. You know, George Foreman's 6'5", bro. Like,
yeah. Yeah, he wasn't going. But he wasn't going, though. And he wasn't going.
Look, he wasn't George Foreman. If he hit you, if he gets you, it's over with.
Yeah, I heard Sugar Ray Robinson was a motherfucker, too.
Yeah, Robinson was
but, you know, all these guys are, whenever I was, like, born and shit. You know what I'm saying? It didn't exist. All these names.
Boxing back then versus, like, other sports it was some brute motherfuckers fighting you, boy.
Agreed.
These motherfuckers were tough-ass motherfucking black men fighting each other, buddy, for real.
Right, and they in the middle of the ring, homie. They ain't none of these the Philly shell that Mayweather created. You know what I'm saying? Nah, that stuff you see with Devin Haney when he won the fight, he didn't swing, bro. He didn't swing, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, man, nah, bro. That wasn't Devin. It was who's the dude from New Jersey? Oh my God, he's from he's from Newark, New Jersey. Oh my God, my mind is blank. It's a boxer from New Jersey. Who won? Who just? I made a video about it and everything. Who won? Who did not swing at all? Do you hear me? And won the fight.
You talking about Shakur?
Shakur, yes sir, yes sir. Shakur.
Everybody was talking about that shit. Yeah, well, they was like, what, top of the year, bottom of the last year?
Yes, it was horrible.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
It was horrible.
Because everybody say, so his main part is that he's such a defensive fighter. So that's his go-to for not having.
Thank you for telling me that right
For not having like any knockouts and all that shit. It's like, bro, like.
But you might have a smart ass and say
Hagler.
the art of boxing is not to get hit, which I understand. If I'm me, you get in the fight, I don't want to get hit, so I'm gonna move.
Thanks to Larry Holmes.
But you don't hit
Jack
me either.
them
All you do make me tired. Somebody win that. Tired.
Right, for sure.
What are we talking about here?
Boxing is crazy right now. Boxing is crazy right now. But you know, Floyd would get on the mic and say, "Y'all just mad at me because y'all fought each other and got brain damage, and I
refused,
and I didn't.
I ain't mad.
I'm being there.
I'm not mad at what he's saying.
Did y'all mention what he did to
his logic is
to Roy Jones? Y'all see what he did with Roy Jones?
What you mean?
All right, so Roy Jones had said something about him, and he ended up making a post. Floyd Mayweather ended up making a post about Roy Jones getting knocked out. Y'all ain't seen that shit? I'm putting it in the chat.
It's silly because a lot of people don't have a lot of boxers do not like Floyd. Like a lot of people don't have a lot of good things to say about Floyd. You know what I'm saying? But again, Floyd ain't got like.
Yeah. He don't care. He just said
Thing is, I mean,
I think a lot of the boxers, and I ain't saying Floyd is bad, and I think a lot of boxers mad they had nothing to do with Floyd Deal.
Right, which is do his own thing. They
wanted to, like, but they didn't have like.
And what you just brought up it makes me bring up another point. The Paul boys, they're showing y'all don't need a promoter. You don't need that guy. You don't need that guy.
You gotta be.
You don't need a guy.
You gotta be that guy. Like we said, like
you don't need a promoter.
You gotta be that guy.
Paul is pocketing everything. There's no middleman.
You can be the shooter and driver,
especially in boxing, because they're coming to see you.
Literally, they're coming to see you. You need a manager. You don't need a manager that does that. You need like a business manager. You don't need that.
You don't need the what's the Don King?
You don't need a promoter.
Ain't gonna do them a dick you over anyway, like Don King did Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson ain't got nothing good to say about Don King. You know what I'm saying?
We can wrap up first. Lead into it. You want to go straight to the events?
Man, we don't skip that shit. Skip the wrap up. We were supposed to do that first.
Oh, well, I mean, wrap up go into the events. But we ain't gotta do it. Go right to it.
Whenever.
Yeah.
Before we get into this, then we're gonna start with another little brain flip like we did last week.
All right.
In a relationship, you don't understand. Asking this to be the main ones pushing for monogamy. And then when a bitch get in a relationship, you don't understand. By asking this man to not fuck nobody else, by asking this man to not call nobody else, by asking this man to not look at another woman for none of his wants and needs as far as male or female, you are then saying, I'm going to be whatever you need me to be, nigga, because I don't want, but y'all don't understand that. Y'all just think that's how it's supposed to be because that's what the media and the movies and your man and them taught you. Like, that's what y'all think. Y'all, like, truth be told, if up front, a bitch told you, these are all the things you're going to have to do, girl, in order to lock this nigga in like you want to, half of y'all wouldn't even want the nigga after that. But you never sit down to actually really consider what does it take to be fucking Ray Ray's girlfriend? What does it take to be Michael's wife? Like, what type of demons do this nigga really got? What type of sex drive do he really got if he left every other bitch alone and only fucks with me? What type of things will he want out of me?
Ain't really no question. It was more so just leading off the fact that how we always talk about how like just. We always see dudes swinging out of their weight class. And you don't necessarily know it until, like we say, the girl maybe with like the Gucci bag or the high maintenance with the hair or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Persona of a bad bitch type shit. So it's like when you swinging for that, you gotta know like she just. I always fuck with her because she always give a non-bias of both sides, but she always give you the context with it. Like you want a bad, like we say, you might want a bad bitch or you might want a nigga with
I
money.
wonder how many pick me comments is under that.
But she ain't no pick me because that like that's always. I know what you're saying, but like, but you talk about the other people. Oh yeah, the other people. Oh no. But no, for sure. Yeah, but I always fuck with her because she always keep it funky on just some shit where it's like you got to know the context of everything when we speaking about it. You know what I mean? If you want a nigga with money, you got to know that you might get a nigga fuck around and be like Diddy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nah, for real. Like,
or you might get a nigga that might fuck around and be like Ben Mather. I mean Ben Macklemore. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Or Josh Giddey. You know what I'm saying? You never know, what type of person you could be getting just because you trying to flex or find somebody that got a bag or two.
and you might get you might get with the cool whatever type nigga, right? But also he might like to fuck a lot. Bitch, if you saying you don't like to fuck a lot, bitch, you know what's gonna happen? He might not even be like a nasty nigga, no weird nigga. He might just nigga like to fuck a lot, and you only want to get that pussy up 3 times a week. All right, cool. But he a rich nigga with options, so he gonna go like it's some Sam Cooke said. I love you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm married to you and all that type of shit. But I ain't gonna sleep no bed alone.
You know what I'm saying, bro?
Like this is what niggas telling like. So cool. You want to be stingy with some pussy? I'm only gonna fuck you and be attentive to you and take care of you in every aspect, and you won't deal with the desires of your man. You gonna get cheated on, bitch. Especially a rich nigga. Broke niggas do that.
I often say the most broke or the broke, the most dumb or the dumb.
Broke niggas cheat on girls like that.
The most bummy or the bummiest niggas on earth have options.
Definitely.
I mean, cause
like, and I don't think.
No, what I mean, even when I mean by what I'm saying, the rich nigga will
no, what I'm saying,
do it faster just because.
What I'm saying, so when you get to a rich nigga, it's gonna be.
It's just happening fast.
That times however much money I get.
The broke nigga might hide it. The broke nigga might hide it. He might be depending on the bitch.
Exactly.
The rich nigga just gonna do it. Like, all right, baby.
So you cool or not?
Wait, so you ain't what we doing? You feel what I mean?
Moving right on.
Moving right the fuck on. You feel what I mean? Like,
right on.
The nigga who got his own road do not care about what you talk about at all. We can go. Not even, you ain't gotta say rich. The nigga who got his own. I don't care what no girl say to me. Bitch, you do not pay my bills.
No, fact.
I ain't dependent on I take care of the households. I don't care what you think about what's going on. All right, cool. You don't want to be part of the program. That's fine and dandy. Like,
no, I do not want to go get a drink. I got bills to pay, ho. Hey, it ain't even that. It's not even that. I don't want to go get a drink. It's just because I know if we go get this drink, you gonna want me to pay for it.
Yeah,
and that's the problem.
And I ain't everybody else. You know what you're dealing with. You know what you want to deal with. Like we said, bitch who had the Chanel purse and had the Ferragamo with this.
And it ain't got to be. That's what I'm saying. At this point, it ain't got to be that bitch, bro. That's the point. And that's
who's our target audience with this topic?
You know, the target is whoever feel hit.
Because it's like in the sense of like dealing with women, bro. Like, and I tell just. This is for the niggas, bro. Like, to be honest, to avoid any of that other stupid ass shit, know who the fuck you are, cause know which range you can shoot from. Be about your own shit, and so you have the abundance of like whatever you decide to attract, my nigga. Cause at the end of the day, niggas don't have to go through that shit. Like, this shouldn't even niggas don't even have to navigate the space if you know yourself enough to know what the fuck you looking for in a chick. Because the thing is, chicks that, cause I went on dates with chicks that niggas that be balling pay for everything that they want, and then next thing you know, they go on a date with me and they paying for my shit. The girl paying for my shit.
No, for sure.
So you see what I'm saying? So girls don't play with niggas that they really fucking like for real. I'm gonna keep it all the way up. Man, whenever you pursue a chick that don't really like you, then you gotta impress them. You gotta impress them with gesture, cause they don't fuck with you. They fuck with the gesture.
Fact.
And when the girl fuck with you, they gonna do whatever they want in their power to fuck with you. You see what I'm saying? Like, for real, bro. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, no.
That's it.
If you Steve Kerr, nigga, you ain't asking for the ball at the top of the key to go ISO, nigga.
No, but see, I'm talking
and that's real shit.
Give me the girl a little bit of it over in this corner, knocking down this 20-footer.
I'm talking to the men.
What I'm saying, some of you niggas not live relationships and be real with yourself. What I'm saying, he talking about a nigga who go for what you want when you look for somebody. Some of you niggas not live relationships, so stop lying to yourself too.
Stop lying to me, huh?
Some of you niggas is looking for have fun. So if you looking to have fun with the bitch in your price range. Because some of you niggas complain about shit that
not even your price range. In your life range. Fuck your price range, in your life range. You feel me? On game, because it's like, bro, if you ain't keeping it funky with yourself, it's like
you can't lie to yourself.
You can't keep it funky with nobody.
Exactly,
else, bro.
Because now it's a game. Now it's game on.
How simple life is, bro.
You go to Minerva Link, Makeshift. You go to all these spaces to look for women, bro. It's and you just go in there knowing you just want to fuck something. It's already game on because your intention is already in something temporary. So you just got to take what come with that.
It be so many temporary situations or you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like, just say people you out here getting into at the club or whatever, and it's like once you get into somebody at the club, it's like then y'all get into a normal thing. Then it's like once that normal thing, then it's like next thing you know, y'all done fuck around and got into a relationship, and y'all were never supposed to be together, but it was just the simple fact that but I'm saying
situationship.
Exactly, but I'm saying that's what's going on right now, and people don't understand like that's literally like the life we've been living since the club been promoted in our face, bro. I've literally been throwing parties, bro, since like I was 14, bro. Like
I've also
at high school throwing parties.
But you also heard the saying that
so it's like,
you're not gonna find your soulmate.
Exactly.
But I know
motherfuckers don't understand.
I know y'all heard that. I know.
I keep saying you jump in the game.
You're not in a relationship with somebody. That's why I be saying like
you're not gonna find your. I've always been. My mom and dad told you you're not gonna find your main gal or your gal in the club. The person you love, you're not gonna meet them in the club.
No, for sure.
Yeah, like not for sure.
But I mean, it does happen. But a lot of times, it ain't gonna happen.
Is it possible? Yes. Is it probable?
That's my thing.
Fuck no.
The probability that happen is
being on the scene, working on the scene. You work on the scene, nigga. You know what the fuck going on.
It's very
love life. Your love life will not be in vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna happen.
You might see some cheers, but you ain't gonna find the love.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking of vibes, damn.
No, I'm not speaking of vibes.
It's Minerva.
I know. That's why I said.
Minerva, man. I hate that what happened to you. I was just working there. Security just there. I was just there.
Well, on Thursday, you
That was tough. Yeah, that was tough. That was tough right there. And see, this is where I told G Slab and I told Ron the same thing. Black folks gon' black folk, right? You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Black folks gon' black folk. You know what I'm saying? We don't take nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? The moment the thing burnt down, because again, as far as wise, like, I'm not too my own horn, but my post went kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? I shared the little thing on fire, went kind of crazy, went Nashville viral, right? So I'm speaking what I saw with my own eyes. Yeah. Folks was laughing. You know what I'm saying? Folks making folks saying, man, make sure his gratuity, all that gratuity he got, he can pay for another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. You know, they were hard. It was hard. It was hard on Black Rob. They came with all the scam, the fraud scams. You know what I'm saying? Old school people saying, you know, light don't strike in the same place twice because, you know, it's the second time he done got burned down. So they were saying this is him. Man, there was every conspiracy came out, everything came out. He was this, it was that. I was like, y'all, listen, y'all, 40 people just lost a job.
That's what I thought about instantly. Come on,
I thought you lose a job.
Like, come on, bro.
I'm serious. It was right around 40. It's about 40.
And it's the economy that it brings other stuff. People don't understand like where things go, where money goes, what it leads to, and tax paying stuff, and all that type of stuff. All that type of stuff means something for other things too. Like,
40 people lost their job, bro.
In one moment.
40.
In one moment.
Hey, nigga hit the insurance company over the head, though. I ain't gonna lie to you, but regardless of all that.
Yeah, man. You gotta pay for, because now you gotta see what you can do to help them people.
No, for sure. That's why. That's really what it be like.
So, man.
If a nigga really keeping, you know what I'm saying, whole nigga down.
People like.
Here, I do security there, and now I gotta go to other spots. I don't want to name spots because
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
No, but I know how you feel about the spots you be in. Like, you don't be at any spot just because you know what was a possibility of shit going on. So
it affects everybody. From everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro.
To the city because in its own right, it became a staple in the city. Like literally, motherfuckers come in the city. It's a black tourist spot in the city, bro. Like literally, they come to the city, bro. They go into Minerva, bro.
Right. They just had Neo, Cedric Entertainer, and Charleston White in the same building like a month ago. That's major. That's major. Cedric Entertainer, Neo, Charleston White, same building. Same building, bro. Same time. That was tough. I hate that.
So
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm saying, like, the Limelight thing was it's okay. I ain't trying to knock it. See, I don't want to say too. See, when I talk, I'm here. I'm here. Like I'm in these spots. So it's still, I can't say a whole lot because then I won't be able to work. You know what I'm saying? I won't be able to work.
Our vantage point.
You got a unique vantage point.
Vantage point gonna be different because we're in it. Like,
See, I see these things. You know what I'm saying? The Limelight thing was. I'm gonna say this because this is respectful. I would have rather them wait. You know what I'm saying? Until they got their building and then popped it off. You know what I'm saying?
I can say it as a patron. Look, Limelight had a stage.
Yeah.
The original Limelight said Limelight Event Center.
Yeah.
That's what it was called.
Yeah.
Limelight Event Center. Not Limelight Club, not Limelight Lounge. Yeah. It was Limelight Event Center. I would have rather them take it to an event center. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. That's it, somewhere where you can have a stage and the DJ can really be the prime thing of the thing and all that type of stuff.
Yeah, that motherfucker supposed to be a hot box. He's supposed to be like an old school like party. You know what I mean?
The closest place you can think like it's supposed to be somewhere like Eastside Bowl, Brooklyn.
But that's why I said Brooklyn. I was about to say Brooklyn Bowl.
Well, I don't know if y'all been to 405 Trinity Lane, but that would have been perfect. A 405 on Trinity Lane. If you ain't been there, go. It's a nice spot. But it's the size of it. It's the old dollar store. So
okay,
and they turned it into literally a club. It's huge. I don't know why that happened right there, but again, we don't know what conversation was had for as well as a give and take, all that.
I ain't nobody business.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I got a bad rep. As soon as they get announced, like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Minerva, it's a little bit as hell. What is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying? You might have just held that off. Yeah, but I feel like
no matter how much you opened up Minerva,
right, exactly. I feel like what happened was they made a date. They made a date originally, which is they made a date and it fell through, and they just said, "Man, we don't want to just keep on saying, okay, this is gonna be on this day. Oh, it's gonna be on this day. Oh, it's gonna be this." So it'd have been like at that point nobody would have cared no more. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't even win, even when if it actually came through. So they just went ahead and said, "Man, F it. We're just gonna roll it over here and keep it going until we get an actual building, and the actual building comes through when we want it to come through."
Contract signed.
Because I know what you're saying. Because I do feel like it was a little. I don't use the word peer pressure, but I feel like they kind of like, man, come on, let's just go. It's buzzing. Everybody talking about it. Everybody.
It's still bubbling. It's time to bring it back for the city because
country music is as big as it's ever been in Nashville. I'm not saying country music ain't been big, but I'm saying sports wise with black folks. You know what I'm saying? You ain't never seen this many black collabs going on, mixing rap and R&B with country music. It's Snoop Dogg down here, Jelly Roll that opened a club down here. We booming. Like, as much as people want to say Nashville ain't shit, it's actually a whole lot of shit.
No, it's cracking. It's cracking. Nashville's cracking, man.
You can't find some fun. I have to tell myself, like,
this the most I've seen.
This time where Nashville, you got to tell yourself to sit down. With this time, Nashville, you got to tell yourself to sit down now.
Right.
Like, it's every day. You can find something to do in Nashville, no matter what crowd you're looking for. If you're looking for black folk, if you're looking for country, if you're looking for some alternative rock shit, whatever you're looking for, you can find damn something to do damn near every day. What's it right now? If you a nigga, they go to Ella Dance right now. What was like? It's something to do every day now. This motherfucker.
The only thing is if you black here,
it's limited.
It's limited. It's highly limited. That's the only thing. You can still find something to do. No,
not there though. You know what I'm saying?
Like, everybody ain't as diverse. No, it isn't. No, but I'm just saying it's a lot of us that isn't as diverse.
Black-centric things only.
Anybody that can read above a 12th grade reading level is more open to going other places.
Yeah,
a lot of niggas that can't read is gonna go to the same places over and over.
But what I'm saying
is, I was wondering how long it's gonna take.
Yeah, I'm just. Like, I'm gonna keep it real though, because people go, because folks, we're creatures of habit. We like doing things. We like going to places. Like I like going to the same places. It's not gonna frequent the same place other niggas go all the goddamn time. But like, I like going to more diverse spots to where I can have like an intellectual conversation with a chick, or have a decent vibe.
The less that you can critically think. You not gonna want to go to any other spot besides what your norm is.
Certainly. I mean, I'm saying for black folks. Everybody else that moved from out of town will do everything. Natives, we like doing the same things over and over again, which is fine.
I don't feel like it's just black folks, but I feel like most people just, once you get, if you like just the average person, once you get into a habit, like most people don't break them habits, especially like places that go.
We're creatures habit, like I said, we're creatures habit though.
But I'm speaking on us though. I'm talking about in the sense of you go to DC, we can have a bar starting up in DC because it's gonna be majority black people there. We're gonna have like a jelly roll for a lot of black people there. We're gonna have go to Houston and have like, for instance, like Seaside or something that's big, like these big open space with plenty of black folks. We're not going to have that here in Nashville. The thing about Nashville that it is great though is that if you're planning on settling and having a family, it's a perfect place in the nation to do that. You see what I'm saying? In my opinion, if you're planning on building a family, Nashville is the perfect place to be. If you have like a stomping ground here, keep that. Don't ever give that away, because Nashville is only going to continue to grow. You see what I'm saying? But as far as black culture, we're limited, and that is the truth. Niggas, you can't drink Don Julio all the goddamn time. Fuck. There's other things you can consume. Like, it's other information you can consume locally. Like it's other artists we can listen to in the city. It's so many different things.
It's what you saying is not just about things of like it's other activity we should do.
That's what I was going to tell you. I think he's going to the bag I'm going to.
We need to find more cultural stuff to do on a real,
like our own pedal tap
in these aspects of what we go to. Like when you go out, when you think about Nashville, niggas think about wave pool before they think about Nashville Shores. For the most part,
that's more affordable.
That's a cheaper thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
It's more affordable and stuff like that.
But we do get Nashville Shores, though.
We need to have more things of these aspects that are centric, that black folks, not just centric to black folks, but we feel welcome to be at too.
There you go.
Conversation.
Certainly.
That black folks don't feel comfortable or welcome in these spaces of diverse things that may be your thing too.
Yeah, because we still very much so segregated.
Yeah, you may.
Yeah, very much. Like, naturally. We naturally
do this, but you don't feel comfortable going there.
It's cool. Like,
I may want to go see an indie wrestling show.
Yeah.
But if I ain't with my dogs, I probably ain't going to go by myself.
Well, especially if it's in fucking Springfield or fucking Spring Hill. Any of these other motherfucking Dallas County.
They do a Brooklyn Bowl. They got a wrestling. They do a Brooklyn Bowl. And
shit. Yeah.
But even still, if I ain't with my dog, I probably ain't gonna want to go by myself because it might not feel welcoming. Because I know it's gonna be white centric. I know it's gonna be white, more white than black, regardless. More white people watch wrestling, regardless in general.
Well, Nashville is the Atlanta version of white people. We're not gonna outnumber white people. That's like saying white people gonna outnumber people in Atlanta. It's black folks, and that's not gonna happen. Nashville is the white Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I wanted to because look, when y'all were saying that it's central places for us to go, see, me being in nightlife as long as I've been in it, as far as like security, I done seen everywhere these places. I done seen it all. Like, I really do believe us as black folks, we have centered ourselves. It's not, if ain't no rap music involved, we probably ain't gonna want to go. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, you know what I'm saying? So, but that's my point where we kind of have boxed out.
Rap or R&B?
We kind of, yes, rap R&B. If it ain't like, rap R&B, they gonna say it's lame. But what I'm saying is, if we are kind of us as black folks as a whole, especially in Nashville, have boxed ourselves into put ourselves in a box when they say Nashville ain't got shit, which I vehemently disagree. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
We got plenty of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's a Top Golf, there's a Zanies comedy club. When you was talking about the poetry, they do all that at the Zanies. You know what I'm saying? Black folks, white folks, they do all that. We got Zanies, we got an SEC football club here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got all type of sports events here. You know what I'm saying? It's you. All type of historical black folk builders and colleges. You know what I'm saying? It's plenty of stuff to do here. You know what I'm saying? We got gun range. I don't know if y'all into guns. Gun ranges. You know what I'm saying? Poppy Mills Hotel.
That's why I've been saying, like open-mindedness of what he's saying. Like,
nah, man. It's too much to do with Nashville.
Like the reading about 12 word reading level, even though I know you're being funny and shit. That's why I said. That's why I said how long we're gonna take for to get to that point. That's why I was saying how long we're gonna take them.
The patty wax, you can make your own candle. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing about that is those
paint.
events can be black centered as well if we made it, put our sauce on it.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to start making and facilitating these type of events. Ain't nothing wrong with saying I want to have black these type of events with a little more black flavor on them.
Right.
We just gotta start doing them more and making them cool.
Like 1230 Club.
Well, 15 years ago, sipping paint wasn't a real thing.
Yeah.
They just started doing it. Like, but white folks been painting and doing and listening to music and paint motherfuckers for hundreds of years.
Since Beethoven.
And then as soon as the niggas start doing it now, we get a little R&B music going, get a little.
I'm with it.
Get a little Don Julio or whatever.
I'm cool.
Whatever we do, but we make it for how we want, and then we do it. We gotta start making more things that are diverse for the cultured black person that wants to experience more than just nightlife things. More for us still. And black ain't one thing. Diverse, the black, I can't never pronounce this word. It start with the letter D.
Demographic?
Not demographic. Diaspora.
Diaspora.
Diaspora. I can't never pronounce that.
You good? You good?
The black diaspora is so big. We need to start doing islands, more stuff with culture island people. So we like it goes to England, it goes to China. Like it's so big that I think we forget how cultured black folks are around the world. And like you said, we stuck in this box of just if it ain't, especially in the South. And look here.
If you can't smoke no weed.
But in the South, we get things. Look, we country. I say this all the time, man. Anybody from Nashville, I don't care how uppity you think you is, you're a little ratchet. I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I know every nigga from Nashville is a little ratchet. Even if you got them you can be from Springfield, Laverne, Murfreesboro, don't give a fuck, you're a little ratchet. I know you. I promise you. Don't lie to yourself, don't lie to me. But, and that's one of our things that we so country, we so like honor it. Like when Will said this shit, we honor it for real. Right. Like, so we don't think our ways is wrong. That be our problem. We don't think we wrong in how we living. Right. Like, especially in Nashville. We think we good doing what we doing and shit is straight, and we fucked up.
Niggas ain't that shit trash, nigga.
Niggas ain't got no critical thinking. Niggas ain't got no critical thinking.
It burns me up. When I hear black folks say it ain't nothing doing there, I'm telling y'all, it burns.
You're not willing to do.
But then you click on that profile, you be like, of course, there's nothing for you to do. Right. You need to be sitting your ass down at home. Like, it's burns me up. I do look at their profile and be like, I get why you would say this.
Bored. I see why you bored. I understand why you bored.
You have a gun in your profile picture. You know what I'm saying? Pointing at somebody. I see what's going on.
You got it. Your opinion valid. My bad.
Your name is Terrell and you put the L's and sevens. I know why you bored.
So accurate.
Yeah. You put fives as S's. You put your name is your name.
Please don't get me started in that bag. Don't get me started in that bag.
Your name is Harris and it says HARR exclamation point 5. That's what it
don't piss me off. That piss me off.
And the problem is that you 38, nigga.
That's the killer.
That's the problem.
You 44.
You 38.
Don't piss me.
44. I give you 44.
Gee, don't do that. Gee, don't piss me off.
You done been around the block so many times, but you keep going around that same block.
And your occupation say your location.
Oh,
your occupation say out north.
Oh, man, don't, man. All right, man. You know that kid can't.
Not even, bro. You know what get me though? Motherfuckers with the middle names on Facebook.
Oh,
that's it.
Pretty little name.
Whole made up. Like motherfucker, it used to be the middle name. Now it just be a whole made up name on Facebook.
You talking about Keisha? Talking about N.A. Henry.
I have a whole made up name on Facebook, so
but no,
we have a his whole name is just throw down Big Money G from.
Yours is cool, but
I'm Big Cornstalk on Facebook.
Big Corn, that's different. Like it's like more like a brand. They trying to make this like a personality of who they are type shit.
James, I get money whole.
Yeah, like
come on, bro.
Flashing $900. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's flashing $900.
Bro, and that's what I be saying, bro.
Don't make me mad.
Nigga be spreading them 20s. I be like, bro, you spreading 2020s, bro.
Don't make me mad. Like
some fives in there too.
It's a 5.
I know that's what I said, but I'm like, bro, you got $400 in your head, bro.
Too, they strong for her. They hyper that 400
too.
And then being under all the comments misspelling everything they typing out. I be like, man, you know what? Maybe it's my fault.
Hey, look good. And then when
People tell you, dog, when fools come from a distance, they can't tell who it's who.
When they come to your job and ask for the deal, you ain't got no special tonight.
And then see, black folks will say it's nothing to do in the nightlife, right? It's boring, right? And then they'll go to the club and do the most boring shit ever. Sit the whole time and not do a goddamn thing. So of course
y'all made the club boring.
Of course it's gonna be boring. Everybody standing at each other looking around, wanting to fight. I'm saying, what we talking about?
And the music telling you to do it.
Go to Broadway and all on that strip right there, right? They in there dancing.
They don't even search you. They have your ID and let you in.
Bro, they dancing.
You know what's so
they
crazy?
having a good time. They talking. They laughing. They joking. Ain't no hookah around.
Booths, all booths be against the wall. All the booths used to be against the wall because it was a fucking dance floor.
Yeah.
The bar right here, booth right there, booth over there, dance floor, booth right here, and it's up top booth for celebrity type shit.
I ain't gonna lie, Limelight.
That's it.
Limelight had one of the best setups though, because they had a lot of space.
Yeah,
they had a lot of space.
It was meant for you. It was meant for you to have the dance.
You gotta get on the floor
and have a good time.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
They position it where you look weird just staying in the back.
Yeah.
You like a cornball just by everybody else. It's always by the exit though. You look weird.
You go to the spots. I call the spots the black folks spot. The black folks clubs. I call them the spots. You go to the spots and you just look at just look at what everything is. It's designed for destruction.
Literally.
I'm telling you, it's designed to have a problem.
You can't get out there. Everything shit you could jump on, throw and all that type. Everything.
Come on.
You bubbly shut up. The exit routes is all fucked up.
Come on.
Out of situation, I never did security. I look at exit routes.
And then look in the spots. It's the same songs in every spot. The same songs being played.
They go lounge right there. There'll be a booth right there.
And the DJ gonna play it like 5 times throughout the night. You know what I'm saying?
That's all on brand though.
Can you help me? And the Big Mama song. Them songs, I mean, it's gonna be played in every. It's all.
They'll throw some glow in there.
And then folks wonder why clubs is weed. They gonna call it whacking. We don't even make it fun. You know what I'm saying?
How do you interact? Like, how do you mac on a chick? Can you help me? I want to know like how you probably mac. Like I'm talking about macking to where y'all even if
we don't even make the club fun.
Even if y'all fuck, y'all still in the bed.
First of all, the music ain't made for macking no more. Let's start there.
It's definitely designed to shoot you, kill you, all that.
Everybody beat their chest.
No.
You know, all y'all niggas listen to R&B. That's the only thing you can listen to.
Right.
There's no rap. Ain't no smooth rap songs, my nigga.
Nah, everybody too aggressive.
Everybody a thug.
Yeah.
This brought it back from the gym saying like with the song he came out with. He brought it all the way back. He ain't talking about slide or nothing.
Just being.
Slide on the bitch.
Exactly.
Slide on the bitch. You feel get a flight. You feel me?
Well, show.
So
and that's what it's supposed to be about.
But that's why the shit fucked up.
Touching gals, touching men.
Speaking of touching gals, can you help me?
I really want to talk about this. I'm gonna let y'all go. This is what I'm here for.
I already know. I know.
This is what I'm here for.
I really want to sit and listen because I know you got like.
This already came.
All right, I'm gonna just introduce you. All right, so
let me grab a mamba.
If y'all don't know, they have reached a verdict for Puff's trial. We're just waiting on the sentencing.
Take that.
He has been found guilty of 2 out of the 5 charges. Both charges are
with double on, so it's 4 out of 5.
No, 2 out of 5.
It's 2 out of 5. Yeah.
2 out of 5.
It's two charges of transport for the act of prostitution. But that's both of the 2 counts. See, everything else,
transporting and then dealing with a prostitute.
Yeah, so the RICO itself was denied with what was the other two?
It was RICO, racketeering, and sex trafficking.
Sex trafficking. Yeah, so he just got the two prostitution charges,
which is regular shit.
Yeah, so he's facing up to 20 years, max 10 for each.
Each charge.
Correct.
Probably be each charge. You already got time served for a year. You probably do a year, but do 8 months. 8 months and get out.
Yeah, and the minimum is pretty much whatever they want it to be.
They want to make them sit for 8. They want to make them sit for 5 to 8 months because I think because they got egg on their face.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So they gonna.
Yeah, he already did that. Well, he already did with 8 already. 8, 9.
So they can probably make them do about 5 to 8 months because they got egg on their face. That's why they denied the bill.
I think that's why they denied it.
No, that's exactly why they denied the bill. You know what I'm saying?
Like, oh no, you definitely weren't finna go nowhere.
You weren't going. You because you still got found guilty on shit. You know,
so they got something.
They got something on you like that. That's why somebody said, "I think Diddy gonna sue." Like he can't sue because he got found guilty on some charges still. Right. He got exonerated on everything.
Yeah, he might be making an appeal or some shit.
Yeah, they probably.
I'm leaning more on the conspiracy now of they did all that shit because of who he had on them goddamn tape. That's what I'm thinking.
I wouldn't see that either.
Like, look at
because you did all this and tried.
They did it because of who he was, a person. Somebody said, "Man, Chicken came home to roost. Like you did all this shit, you got away with all this shit. Then you beat that girl on camera.
Yeah,
and that's what got you. And you defiant after you beat her on camera.
That was
man. He shouted her out at BET Awards, bro.
Basically, his way of saying "fuck you, bitch, do what you gonna do" type shit. Oh, okay.
And he shouted her out on BET Awards, bro.
He made a whole song about her. The whole love album was down there about her.
Was it BET Awards? It was one of them. It was an award show. He shouted her out like on some like.
Well, he metaphorically pulled his dick out and said, "Y'all ain't gonna do shit."
Yeah, he said, "Fuck you, bitch, you ain't gonna do shit." And so now I'm gonna get $20 million from you. I'm gonna get $10 million from the hotel. Boom, boom, boom. Now if he was on trial for domestic abuse, he would have went to jail. Like he got found guilty because it's plain David. That wasn't a charge. Like y'all can't. Like I say this all the time.
And also that'd have been state.
It'd have been state charge.
So it wouldn't even went to state. He probably got a slap on the wrist for that too.
Now I think he got more time because there's actual evidence of the actual abuse and shit like that. But it still wouldn't have been no life sentence.
Like they were trying to drag him. They were trying to go on make him rot.
They were trying to get him like the OJ Simpson shit. You know what I mean?
They was trying to get him
For me, it's like I ain't got no sympathy for Diddy. Like that's my thing. That's the only thing I was saying. I saw niggas outside the courtroom pouring baby oil on themselves, bro. Like these niggas weird, bro.
Hold on.
It's put on my soul. I put on.
I ain't saying that you ain't lying.
They had a celebration party outside the court.
That's real life. Women and stuff like that.
The only person that can be quote unquote to be happy.
I need to see my passport still down.
No matter what I feel about Diddy, nobody feel about Diddy. Like that's their dad, so I can see them being happy and all that type of shit and doing claps. But everybody else, that's weird to me. Like, did I think he was gonna beat the charge? Yes, because I knew they had no fucking evidence calling him a trafficker. Mm-hmm. Like they did too much. Like y'all threw chart things out there. Y'all
overcharged.
Y'all couldn't prove certain things. Y'all tried his character.
They best.
And really, and somebody said this shit earlier. They said what it showed was that America is not as like they tried to make him because his kinks.
Yeah,
they tried to kink shame him into being guilty. Some nasty shit. But that's his life. But that's his life though.
And that was the headline of their basis of their trial was the pretty much.
You can't prove he put a bomb in a kid because
and her fingerprints was all on the car.
You can't prove none of the things that y'all threw out in there to make it mean worse. Even if it's true, no matter what the industry knows about them, and all that type of shit, y'all did too much and y'all overplayed y'all hand.
The Kansas shit was the first time you had actually seen Diddy do something on camera that wasn't hearsay.
That wasn't hearsay.
Yeah, agreed.
So you went for the gusto.
Yeah.
You went for the full gusto.
And then try to rage bait him into being guilty for everything.
Exactly.
If Cash is sneezed the wrong way, goddamn it, did it fall.
And the rage was there.
He fucked up.
The rage. This is what I'm tapping this. I'm going on the pocket right there. R. Kelly. The thing that happened with R. Kelly, they had the rage because the TV show that came out, it was there. So all they had to do was just repeat everything they said on trial that they said on the TV show. He was done. The outcry, the public. He was done.
He had no money.
He was done. He was done. So now listen, all we heard with Cassie now was all this weird, that wild ass shit. Okay, everybody was riled up. They was, in my opinion, I really believe they was ready to pounce him
until she said something.
Until she opened her mouth.
She got to understand.
She got on stage and said, "I love you, Diddy." What? Who does that? That's not how you get by somebody in jail.
No matter if it's true or not.
Whether man it's true or not. So now all the people's like, "Oh,
but that put the girl with Stockholm sitting on still who can say favorable things about the nigga."
What's going? I thought you were supposed to say all this.
But only thing is Stockholm because, bro, she done been away, like, bro, like during this whole trial, your husband had to find out how you was cheating on him and all the shit that she went back and did after.
Really, what it is she missed the lifestyle. She didn't want to deal with it. She missed the lifestyle.
No, she missed him because, niggas, if you still, that's what I'm saying. To this day, you still talking about I love you because not only was it that she missed his lifestyle, it was because, like, bro, yeah. But the most key thing about this, bro, she was 18, 19 when she met the nigga. So my whole adult life for what it have them 10 years, like, bro. So
she was groomed.
Yeah. You been groomed for not only into like we said, loving me, but loving this lifestyle. So regardless, even if you don't love me no more, or you still thinking about the lifestyle.
They say it was a tongue in cheek joke when she said was somebody, one of her friends trying to get away from Diddy, said, "What am I gonna do? Get Jay-Z?" Yeah. Like, even like so it's not just he did. Jay-Z already taken some shit like that, you feel? So like,
right.
That's the only way she thought she could live where, like, you think about it, bro. Mm-hmm. This nigga that she with, the little husband she would now make $500,000 a year.
And that's good money.
Excellent.
Not when Diddy get $500,000 a month to goddamn it, Miami.
For sure.
Yeah. And some you used to.
He can blow on a weekend.
Correct. Yeah.
He can blow on a weekend. In an hour.
Yeah.
$500K in an hour. Diddy
on a shopping
on a car.
Yeah.
One item.
Yeah.
You feel what I mean? So,
a yacht.
Yeah, like one item.
But motherfuckers be lost though. Like motherfuckers be having lost souls. Like,
I do agree with like she's too young to, like, she was so young.
That's essentially what I was getting at. That's what she became. Like, her soul is gone.
Yeah.
Soul gone.
It's gone.
Like, she don't say. Like, motherfuckers always get into this in Stockholm. I don't know what they get into, nigga. Your soul has been taken. You gotta really, like, literally become one with yourself. Like, this ain't like something like you going to get married and having another man go solve. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, how we just talking about
some other shit. It's some other shit.
I was talking about people having self-awareness and all that. It's like, bro, no, now this is real. Fuck self-awareness. You got to have a soul search. You got to realize, find your shit, because you ain't never been no woman for your own self. Like, you always done lived a life for this man and everything he wanted to do, because I wanted to be a singer. And I thought that he was gonna be the key to that.
And after a while, these are where you get stuck in the same where you are self-aware of certain things that you know you ain't like. She said, "Look, the nigga put me in a 10-album deal. I did one album. You wasn't never getting out the deal. You wasn't." But she said it though. She said that I knew after a while this what this was. This wasn't about music. This is about here.
She was in the studio just doing busy work, just making songs, and it never even heard him again.
Right. So let me ask you this: the viral comment that's going around right now. I'm asking what y'all think. This is why people who get abused don't come out, because Diddy got found out guilty. And y'all comments to that.
You can't put every victim on the same level.
Well, this is why victims don't come out, because Diddy got found out guilty.
But I'm saying,
y'all wonder why victims don't come out.
But she didn't come out though. Technically,
she didn't.
And so that's why I said people always trying to equate everything to the same thing. Like, every circumstance, and they always say push it in context, because if you throw it out there like without putting the context around it, like,
of course
this wasn't a Cassie versus Diddy case. This was the feds versus Diddy. After I sued Diddy for the money and the hotel.
And see, I know it was. Piece of context out, I know it wasn't Diddy versus Cassie, but it really was.
Everything about this trial
was about Diddy. It was about Diddy and Cassie. They didn't talk about no fed shit in this case at all.
No, go ahead.
It really was a RICO case. Everybody else was just nullified because they had immunity from everything. Yeah, so that's why it was singled out. Like, it just seemed him and everybody else they was talking about was involved in it, but all had immunity.
Yes, including Cassie.
So that's why they got everybody that testified. That's why you got so much of the truth type shit, because motherfuckers were just keeping the fucking because they had immunity.
What's up?
What's the name of this podcast?
Contextually Speaking.
Okay. So we live in a nation, live in a world where people, you can put up a clip and somebody will say something that it can be triggering, but don't understand the what context of everything. People want the Spark Notes version of everything instead of reading the entire fucking book to understand it fully. So the thing is that, to your point, is that of course it's convenient to say this is why victims don't come out, don't say nothing. Well, fuck, niggas. It's hard for when niggas are accused of rape. And then the nigga ain't do nothing. We're the prayer warriors.
Y'all sure ain't glad at that.
And that
We're the prayer warriors. So I'm not, and I'm not saying that to negate anything.
That's
or
real.
dismiss.
It really happens, yo.
You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying to dismiss anything as far as victims, but my thing is, man, if motherfuckers, like you were saying the other day, is that motherfuckers like love siding with shit that's convenient to them.
Agreed.
It's just convenient to
It's convenient
to conflate everything with one situation.
Either you paint in there something that you want to get under, that you want people to get your way of understanding, or it's something body or something you like.
Because just because you loud don't mean you right.
Right, exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
I wrong niggas every day.
Just because you got a following don't mean you right.
Come on,
Agreed.
Like just because you got money, like we said about the Stephen A. and LeBron thing, just because LeBron got a bigger name don't make him doesn't negate the fact he did some hoe shit.
That's some hoe shit. So
and you still one of the greatest players ever, but that what you did, that was some hoe shit.
Two separate things.
Yeah.
Hey, look, R.P. Kobe. We love Kobe.
Talking him walking up on Stephen A. Smith?
Yeah.
That was whole shit.
R.P. Kobe. Sure. We love Kobe. Kobe should never say Shaq's name.
Yeah,
I don't care.
We can tap on just to provide. Yeah,
because
we gonna lean into
that. Wasn't no shit.
We'll tap into it. Yeah,
but it's the same thing. I love Kobe, but Kobe should never say Shaq's name. That was a whole move. You get caught up. You got caught up. Don't miss my name. You got caught up. I didn't say nothing. I didn't get you caught.
No, for sure.
You got caught up.
Yeah.
Don't mention my name. I understand why Shaq was mad.
Hey, Slack, come out, we caught, good.
I swear to God, bro. Don't fuck up my marriage. You know what I mean? 'Cause my bitch ain't no words to wise. You know what I mean? I'm chilling. So it's that type of thing. Like, you ain't gotta do that. I can separate. You should be one of the best thing ever, and you made a bad decision. You know what I mean? In our society, we can't tell women.
But the thing is, we're so addicted to labeling shit.
Some ism, like we talked about. Some giving it some ism.
Oh, for sure.
No, she complicit.
She was beat up. That's a real.
That's true. Now that's true.
That's true. So domestic violence that happened in real life, and
oh no, she definitely
obviously that happened. There's no way can't nobody tell me that happened more than once. So in fairness,
that happened 2016. That video,
right?
It says it happened before and after that video,
and also I guess in minor fairness to him. There could have been some bullshit Cassie done in other situations that probably ignited bullshit too. Because females, that's another thing we don't talk about. Females do a lot of stuff too that don't really get speaked on for domestic violence. But nonetheless, I won't get too much into that. But nonetheless, the word victim is hard for me right there. You know what I'm saying? Listen,
the domestic violence part for sure, but everything besides that, when you was a grown adult, regardless of how young you are, you still made a choice to come over here.
She left 6-7 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She left. She left. Like
you said,
she said it on the oath.
No, but
she left.
But you saying what I'm saying. You saying that's what can turn. If somebody can say that's what can turn you into one.
I'm with you.
Because once you get your first body. You made the decision to get your first body, right?
Right.
But what got you to turn it's like saying is a gang member who get killed are they victims?
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah.
But let me get it off.
I don't know.
Let me get it off though. Let me get it off.
Hold on before you get off.
Not all of them.
Into certain, not everybody.
Not all of them. Like we said, it's circumstantial.
What I'm saying is,
circumstantial.
You got people who's in gangs that ain't never done nothing. They just got in the bullshit because they homeboys in it, but they wouldn't.
They might fight a little bit. They can fight a little bit. They can fight a little bit.
Like Bow Wow claim Pyru. Like, come on.
Now, what he's speaking on is people that's coming from the environment.
turns you to something bad. Everybody's clay. Everybody's clay to me. Yeah, everybody's just clay at first. Exactly. You get molded into things. Yeah. There's some things I did I shouldn't have done. The environment I was influenced by what I was influenced from, and I turned. Some niggas was more mentally stronger than me, and they didn't get influenced by that. That don't mean that the environment still was not bad, where it can shape and make you fall victim to some things. 19-year-old girl seeing a 37-year-old rich millionaire, number one entertainer in the world
at the time.
You are groomed, my nigga. You are hit by the lights. You are hit by the. But after a while, when you 26, 25, and you left and you have the means and the connections to certain other people that you make and get out of up under his left titty, basically. You know what I'm saying?
And telling you that.
And you done it and you came back. But what it is, and this is where you can still the quote unquote. I don't know what his reach to when she leaves.
Like the Michael B. Jordan stuff.
The reach you got to the kid cut it thing. Like whatever your reach is, man, you feel like maybe I can get away from this nigga, but I can't never fully get away from this nigga. No matter what you may be doing shit. It's niggas who kill because they scared they big homie. It's niggas who kill because they scared another nigga kill them first. So you may be a killer and you may have done all this shit, but you made it back in your mind. I had to do what I had to do to survive, and that's what you can feel that you may be a victim. I understand the other side of it too when you say, hey, you put your big girl draw on after a while though.
Quick question.
You knew what you was doing. That's what a lot of people say doing.
Okay.
And with that being said, like she even says like this, and I respect everything that you just said, but when you go back to hear the stuff she came out her mouth,
she said herself.
Like she said, we didn't have no physical altercations. I mean, physical relations until 22. You know what I'm saying? That came up. I don't know. She might be lying, but she said that under oath, bro. You know what I'm saying? They ain't do nothing to 22. You know what I'm saying, bro? So at some point, like you gotta hold what she's saying accountable. At some point.
So some point, I looked up a couple of terms. All right.
At some point,
the first term is victim. Yeah. Right. Okay. This is the victim. A victim is someone who suffers harm, injury, loss, or death as a result of an action, event, or circumstances. And there's a number of different types of victims, right? Legal, criminal victim, psychological victim, metaphorical or situational victim. But then there's also a provocative victim, right? Mm-hmm. And this is going back to what you were saying about gang members, right? It's like a provocative victim is someone who, through their words or actions, intentionally or unintentionally provokes or escalates the situation, contributing to the conflict that ultimately ends to them becoming a victim. And I think that happens a lot. And I think that's what muddies the waters when it comes to victim.
That's what we're talking about, that 13-year-old in UCJC. That nigga that he been around in the hood his whole goddamn life, and he don't know nothing but them niggas either selling dope or doing whatever, or selling dope or doing dope. Goddamn me, and he just dealt a bad hand in life, and he don't know no better. And they got a 3rd grade reading level. What he gonna do?
Right.
That's what I was speaking on earlier.
Shot. I still would, even though I started doing part. That's why I asked you the game of video, because I said something like about Cassie. Is she a victim because she chose after a while to do what she got influenced by what she by what
and
she saw?
And I said no, because besides the domestic violence, because she was 18. Like it's so different than we talk about.
How you look at 18? I was acting like that. See, you look at 18.
No, I'm saying I ain't looking. It ain't about the difference. I'm looking at is from somebody that's born into a lifestyle we're talking about. That like people are born. The average nigga that's a gang member is born into that.
She wanted to choose pursue her dreams.
She chose to be with the bright stars. Like that's what it's like.
And a lot of people would take that.
That's what happened when you get 18 or when you start making your first adult decision. It's like you got to make a path, and it might be a dynamic change. That's why
I always say that all the time.
So after you start veering off to this side, and then you make a hard turn. It's like.
I look at an 18-year-old. Going at Diddy, who's the biggest thing in the world, not at 18 to me.
Man, that's 13-year-old.
That's a 15-year-old girl and her want to be a singer looking at him. That's not an 18-year-old grown woman with good.
No, she 18, but she 18. No, I started off by saying, of course, not mentally, but we talking about when you come in just the age of being able to make your own decision. We can't. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's kind of what.
I'm not even saying
for you. But like
the overall aspect of how people are viewing her right now. She 18, 19-year-old. She didn't get fucked until she was 22. Out her mouth.
I don't agree with that. She said that under oath. She said that under oath. I'm going with what she said.
You got to go with the information.
A lot of people don't have sympathy for people who are in that age range when they start making decisions, they fuck their life up or do something that they may produce something bad for them. I look at it a little different. I just look at a motherfucker depending on the circumstance that it is. You're not 18. You're a 15-year-old girl trying to pursue her dream, her mind, and you just saw the biggest gateway to get to it.
Right.
And the nigga probably signed you, gave you a deal, you put an album out, you had singles out. You were becoming something.
Yeah.
And that shit stopped. Because he wanted you as a plaything.
First off, you couldn't read. You signed a 10 record deal.
Give me, and her parents probably didn't give a fuck about it either. People like that's why, like all these things. It's the same thing when
y'all say 10 record deal. Y'all talking about 10 album?
10 album record.
See, I ain't know that. That's tough.
And she came out with one album, bro.
So it's over with.
But what I'm saying, in that time frame, 2019, shit like that was going on all the time. You suck.
No. I mean,
you know how low it is.
It's like a natural 360 deal, but it just like once you start.
I signed to that.
Like
if I was good,
if
I'm good, then yeah.
But because the average is there's not even too many artists
they can get 10 albums.
10 rap albums. You know what I mean? So it's like
average 10 album nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Album.
The shit was on with G's.
So you even cited at 18, and like that's what I said.
The average album, you might get one with an option.
Yeah, and a lot of rappers, a lot of people gonna claim. A lot of rappers, a lot of people gonna scream out, got like 3 albums. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get one with an option. We signed 50 Cent, see what he do. He may get rid of trying. He got an option.
Yeah, I think 50 got 4 albums?
4.
5.
Most 4 to his. He got 5.
And we recognize 2 of them.
And then it's you now.
I mean, yeah, his solo album. We recognize 2 solo albums. He got 5 of them though.
He got 4 or 5 for sure.
The first 2.
Yeah. Nelly got 5 of them. We recognize 2.
Shit, sometimes some niggas only recognize 1.
They only recognize 1. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But see, a lot of people think that I support Diddy, you know what I'm saying? And I don't. What I was trying to stress to people was like, listen, I'm all for the women's movement, women's rights, protecting victimized women, but this casting situation right here. I just do not see that right here with this one right here. I just did not.
It became just two movement type shit. Like there were women that are actually going through it, but then there were other women that have self-inflicted shit.
This one was silly, y'all. This one was silly, bro.
They needed to pay for everything that has happened to women.
Right.
Like,
and even Judge Joe Mathis, he has an interview going crazy right now with Vlad. He said the whole case was bogus. That came out his mouth. You know what I'm saying? This whole case is bogus for what they charged him for.
That's my only big thing. If y'all were charged for domestic abuse and some prostitution, you would have got everything.
And that's exactly what that's what Mathis said. What they was trying would, in his eyes, look like a smear campaign.
Right.
They did a better job with the domestic thing and just getting them on that, and then still bringing out all the BS.
Y'all made the headlines of a RICO case about sex kinks.
But exactly, they try to whatever he did with them white folks with that tequila company. They tried.
What they do?
Do y'all feel like he paid? Do y'all feel like he paid them off? I don't feel like he paid none of the people off.
He got enough money.
No, I'm talking about Diddy. Was this a payoff? Oh, it's a rich man with money. Okay, of course he got. I don't see that at all. I don't see that at all.
No. When they want to put you away, they'll put your ass away. They don't put you away. They'll put your ass away.
Were you talking about the thing with the liquor company and shit? Yeah. What I realized, I did before the Diddy trial came some years ago. He lost his distribution with Ciroc.
Yeah, and they definitely tried to railroad him.
But they said it's because of him.
Yeah.
He extra. He want the kit caboodle. He want the whole fucking everything because you a good promoter.
He a
really good promoter.
Like,
you don't play no instrument. You don't mix. You don't touch no buttons in the mix and shit.
Right.
You got a good ear. Now your ear is one of the best ears in the world. I give him that. He can hear some shit that makes songs way better than it was. Great. But that's what you a promoter.
He's the only rapper, or whatever original one put on him. He's the only rapper I ever seen in my life When back in 2000, when music videos was the thing, you know what I'm saying? Because now, I mean, people still make music videos. It's just not what it is no more. You know what I'm saying? But in the 2000s, when making music videos was the thing, he was the only person that could, let's say G-Slap featuring P Diddy, right? It be that beat, and he literally is not singing, rapping. He's just in the background, just bopping like this on the car. I ain't said a word, and he says featuring Diddy. He ain't just said a word. He's in the music video, ain't rapped. He ain't rapped. He's just in the background, just bopping. That's it. I mean, he was a code, and he was the star of the video over the person who's actually rapping.
He'll be on anybody else.
1, 2.
The thing that helped Diddy out, he was able to get in bed, probably metaphorically and literally with anybody that was gonna help him be like he didn't give a fuck. Like, so whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like big. I mean not big, but Diddy.
Well, he knew how to commercialize music better than anybody too. He knew how to put product placement in videos. He knew how to do branding inside of music.
He's around.
Oh no.
I'm saying, like, I think he gets too much credit because you ain't write them rhymes. You ain't write them rhymes that Loon wrote. You stole them motherfuckers. Loon was dope, and now you did him so bad he became a Muslim.
Well, I mean, Loon. I mean,
Biggie dead.
I mean, what happened to Loon? What happened to Loon wasn't Diddy's fault though. You know what I'm saying? What happened to Loon wasn't Diddy's fault. He went to jail, went to prison.
Shine. He put that shit with Shine. He fucked Shine over.
Look at Diddy. That wasn't Diddy. Shine shot that nigga. Not Diddy.
Diddy and Birdman, similar niggas. For real. When it comes to business, similar niggas.
J-Lo. J-Lo wasn't in his trial, was you?
I can't even talk with J-Lo, but J-Lo.
Diddy dealt with a lot of women. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas too.
He dealt with a lot of women. None of them came out and said this stuff about him.
Yeah, because they know.
I really don't believe. I'm telling you, I really believe he probably asked all them same stuff. Hey, y'all want to do this weird ass shit? And they said no. And he moved on until he found the person or persons who wanted to agree to do it.
I don't think he's that.
Mary J. Blige ain't said nothing bad about Diddy.
Well, because you probably can't.
She can't.
She in bed with the nigga.
These niggas are scared of this nigga too.
He don't strike me as an upstanding nigga. He don't strike me as somebody that's rational.
He definitely don't understand nigga.
No, he definitely ain't rational.
That's no thing. When I was saying
that nigga got the Joker Superman.
The nigga, man. I don't understand why niggas be hyped for the nigga.
You gotta understand
who like put nut on his nipples.
That was wild.
Why are we excited about? Why y'all want that to be the face of black excellence?
I really believe everybody got on the internet trying to tell folks, I told y'all Cassie was a stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. A lot of women, to be honest, was not on Cassie's side. A lot of women was not on her side. After she got on stage and said all that, she lost a lot. Folks can get on here and say it's rude and mean. When you get on stage, you get on trial trying to put somebody in jail, telling people I still love him, y'all. It's over. They could have wrapped the case up after she got off the trial. It was over with. It was.
And she was the biggest name that was gonna testify.
It got so big.
Yo, little stupid.
No, I really went over my little cousin.
And it makes you look stupid.
He fired on. She had got him in black bone.
And you did what you supposed to do. What you supposed to do?
Reeled him.
What you supposed to do?
2 weeks later.
She back with him. Which is why I'm talking about the Cassie and Diddy thing. Y'all need to stay at a grown folk business. Just stay at a folk business. Y'all, because a lot of people said a lot of stuff before she spoke, and then when she spoke, all that stuff people were saying on the internet, all them think pieces and stuff, it made them look silly.
I can't wait
it made them look silly.
For that to happen with that Meg Thee Stallion shit either, free tour.
All that you hate your corn, you hate your mom, you hate women, and so did the jury hate their mom, and they hate women too. They found them not guilty.
That's why I don't argue with women. That's why I don't argue with women, because it's like, because majority of the time, as soon as you catch them in their spot, then the personal insults come. So it's like, I bet you got it, twin. Like, you got it.
Just leave.
Why would I argue with somebody putting nails on nails?
Right. This was a situation where after it was over with, it turns we probably should just left this alone.
I'm not arguing about put hair over hair.
We in a RICO case and all we hear is about bedroom shit.
I can tell you beautiful and sell you some enhancements.
Hey, I saw a post said, man, dude's crazy, man. Y'all be looking like a 6 and y'all pitching a 10 in person. My nigga said, man, it's crazy. Y'all the total opposite. Like, which one? I'm arguing about what? What? Y'all right. Now look, that's like you for being the victim thing. The bad I say is he turned into a killer and her environment turned into a killer. But once you catch your first body, you a killer now. And I mean, maybe not the first one. Once you go back again and catch another body, you like to do this now. This is
after you catch that first body, you know whether you like it or not.
Yeah, because you traumatized, you not.
Yeah.
You traumatized, you not. After you get your first weird freak off that they got certain things you don't want to do and stuff like that. If you don't want to do that no more and you feel violated and he made you have sex with multiple men that you didn't want to have sex with and stuff like that, if you don't like it for real, and this is where I try to be really, I don't know how I feel to be a victim like that.
I agree, yeah.
I'm a man.
Yeah,
I gotta
correct.
I don't know. I can never know how it feels to not feel that insecure about myself.
And,
you know what I mean?
And what their biggest problem was what their biggest problem with the jury was follow Stephen A. Smith show. He brought Ryan Smith, another guy on there to speak, and these guys are legal analysts for NBC. And I watched their podcast. These two guys and Stephen A. Smith on the podcast said probably the biggest issue was how do you all it takes to prove like the sex trafficking thing or whatever the rape thing is, all she has to do is say stop one time. And at that point, if you keep going, now it's into the wild charges that they talking about. You know what I'm saying? So what the legal analyst on Stephen Smith saying was, well, look, how do you prove? Like, okay, if they did something 75 times, how do you prove the 76th time is the?
Not even that, and then
How do you prove the 77th?
Not even that. The 76th time you said no, then we did it 10 more times after that. You know what I'm saying? Or you might have said no. You might have said you said no 5 times, but after them 5 times, we still did it 100 more times.
So how do you where is the? You feel
but you know so crazy.
That was Left came back.
Lev came that's the jury. The jury was like, we can't prove this, yo. And it's also
to the lifestyle as much as you hated the consequences. You
and it's looking like you wanted to do this. You look like you did want to do this. Text messages, weird stuff.
Like I said, that's why I said the grooming thing, because I am a willing party into doing this, because for one, I've been doing this, and for two, I know after I do this and I endure or whatever I got to endure,
to become something. I'm being like.
I'm just saying,
the cross-examination showed that she was recruiting people herself. She was setting stuff up without him around.
After I do this,
once you become a killer, but that's what I mean. Once you become a killer,
once I learned how to shoot a gun, I didn't need anybody telling me how to shoot a gun.
How you became a killer. You became a killer now.
Not only that,
I got you.
She obviously is a real sexual being. Like she's you know what I'm saying. You got to be promiscuous, you know what I'm saying, for you to even enjoy it and want to indulge in some shit. Like they said that shit lasts multiple hours at a time. But then also, you know, at the end of all this shit, their goddamn shopping spree or the you ain't like you doing this shit in the Motel 6, goddamn. You ain't like you know what I'm saying.
Once you catch your body, it doesn't matter how you became a killer. Look, speaking of R. Kelly. R. Kelly got raped by his mom, aunties and them. He got raped when he was 8 years old. He was a victim. Once you start doing that shit to the people, you're not a victim no more. We don't feel sorry for you no more. Man or woman. That's what I mean. Like, no, now when the society is going to make a woman seem more of a victim than a man in any circumstance.
Any situation, right? Because
once you start setting up freak outs on your own, once you start recruiting people to come into the lifestyle, you're going to play this role, you're going to play this role. You are now a participant in this situation.
An accomplice.
And on top of it, everybody in this crowd, in any RICO, if I'm the Godfather,
yeah,
and you my conciliary, and we go down, no matter if you snitch on me or not, they gonna get at least 5 years.
Everybody has to go.
Somebody gotta get some time. Everybody gotta get some time.
How does one person go?
Criminal organization, that's why they went off the wrong charge. I hate they went off this charge. Play the hand. If they wanted to get Diddy, they should have found a way to find more domestic.
I'm about to say, if you trying to get Diddy, you got to take down Jay-Z. You got to take down.
When it comes to that charge,
it's too many people doing all this. Man, if they would have got him on that RICO, you know how many people that would have been going down that shit.
But look what the RICO was flying a bitch out. Well, these was dudes.
If they wanted to get Diddy, what they should have did was
a lot of people gonna go to jail.
they could testify for the domestic abuse. That was the way to get.
No, they all would be dead, and nobody want to die yet.
Yeah, agree.
No, seriously, nobody want to die yet.
That's the other part that we're talking being the victim part, or what I'm talking about. The repercussions of Diddy. People are scared of him.
Yeah.
And the things that we say he didn't do in court. Hey man, we know he put no out to cocktail and buddy car. We know like niggas know. Like we can't. In a jury, it don't mean nothing. But we know he did some. He showed up in a nigga crib on Christmas with the gifts in the crib. Put the dog in the room and shit. Come on, homie. We know. I wouldn't. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing about that.
But he knew this shit was. He knew this shit was about to happen though, bro. It was the writing was on the wall. That's why he went on the port up to New York.
The only people that ain't scared of Diddy are the feds.
But guess what?
The regular motherfucker, the regular entertainer, the regular escort, the regular motherfucker. Man, I'm nervous for any motherfucker who ain't cashed right now. Right. Like cash the only person he can't do nothing to because we gonna know you did it. Like if something happened to cash, we gonna know you did it. You going to jail.
This is the thing.
Anybody else that said that had anything that look nigga like that remember who tried to take him down. Nigga like that remember shit like that.
See, and see another thing Judge Mathis said about the overcharge thing is he said there was no way they could prove the RICO thing, right? Because it was an actual business. He said what was funny about he said right behind it, he said they gave R. Kelly the same thing that they just denied P. Diddy for. You know what I'm saying?
That's it. This was trying to show Diddy.
Kelly when he talk bullshit walking.
That's all Kelly and Rico. All this told me was R. Kelly had no real power. He had money.
He had no bread.
And there was not he's a weirdo. But it wasn't a RICO.
He had a whole lot of different evidence too, though. It ain't like we said. Like every situation ain't the same.
Well, I mean, power. Niggas wasn't scared to testify against R. Kelly.
R. Kelly thing wasn't a RICO.
But it wasn't no. What I'm saying though is it wouldn't have ever been no trial if he would have been in Diddy's situation. Like Diddy still would never had no trial if he wouldn't have been no. I feel like
would have been scared that R. Kelly gonna put a bomb. I'm trying to tell.
I know that too. Of course,
The reason that he don't get to this situation with the lack of evidence that Diddy had is because of the scares of power. Give me some.
Diddy had way more assets than R. Kelly.
He had the best lawyer in the world.
And to add and just that's what I'm
saying. I'm not trying to advocate for R. Kelly. I'm just saying. I'm just letting folks know. I'm just keeping 1,000. He did not have that wasn't a RICO. He got charged with a RICO, bro. He really did, bro. He got charged with a RICO, and it wasn't a freaking RICO. You know what I'm saying? They had no bank statements, no money, no text messages, no emails. It was literally what the girl said, and they rolled with it. That's what happened.
The only face they playing in front of is everybody who's giving attention to it, and that's the truth. You know what I'm saying?
By niggas who care because it's a lot of tricks.
Because the thing is about this case, I ain't gonna hold you. The way everything was looking, if you look at if the math wasn't mathing, they charging them for oranges, but they giving us apples.
Exactly,
it ain't gonna work. So I'm like, okay, he gonna get off with something.
Exactly.
The math ain't mathing, my nigga.
The whole trial wasn't even about what they charged him for.
I didn't even pay attention to Moses shit. I did small updates because we did.
After the first couple days, I was like,
because Cassie put the file.
Well, she started talking. She
went up.
That's expected though. But to me, that's expected.
She spoke day. She was the first person on the trial.
That's expected though, because the thing is,
and that's why Diddy didn't call no more witnesses up.
Wasn't no need to. I won.
Once the street started talking like.
They didn't have to catch him. He went on and turned himself. He went up to New York to turn himself in. Anybody that he could have flew to Bali like Russell Simmons. Now couldn't he? Before all that shit happened,
yeah,
he could have flown to Bali, but he stayed in the States. So that alone lets me know, okay, there's something that's gonna happen to.
When you hear certain stories and certain things about that, you up to believe it a little bit. You know what I mean? Until things just don't start making sense. Now I'm gonna tell you what did make sense, and he about here. I mean, he about here. Oh, Malik, though. He about here. That's making sense. He about here.
Who that?
Malik Beasley.
He about here.
Oh, man.
That's making sense. That might make some sense. That's a little more right there.
Did you see them highlights of him just getting blown by?
Bruh. That's making a little more sense right there. Gambling is legal, but not for athletes when they bet against themselves. And I'm gonna tell you what will make this a Cardinal seeing me more than even Pete Rose doing it. I'm gonna tell you what make it work. They said he might have been betting on L's.
Pete Rose didn't do nothing wrong to people.
No, listen to what I'm saying. He bet himself to win games.
Exactly, that ain't nothing wrong.
But the Cardinal seeing is for a lot of people to bet on yourself to lose. I mean, throwing a game, like throwing a fight.
Exactly.
They said Malik Beatty was doing shit like when you might lose a game.
So real quick, do y'all think this just started happening?
Of course not.
Okay.
Nope. But now that gambling is what it is now, these niggas can't.
It's been a game. It's been a game.
There's too many eyes in the sky. That's all it is.
The game different. It's like when niggas start doing technology and niggers couldn't get away with murder like they used to because now we got
you got phones, cameras is everywhere. That's why you don't see no more mob bosses. Mob bosses will never be what they were back in the 60s and 70s.
ESPN has betting.
Yeah.
What are we talking about here?
ESPN, yes.
What are we talking about?
And they have their own betting app.
We know they not get out no more. We talking about Eddie. They say they coming after Gary Payton Jr. The second. They say Gary Payton second might be doing it too.
ESPN has its own betting app.
You're not getting this off no more.
Nah, it's over.
This ours now.
It's over. Even when you go on the ESPN app on your phone, it literally shows -7.5 plus -7.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it.
No, I'm talking about the betting app. You know what I'm saying?
About the app.
Yeah. Crazy, bro. It's all over. You can't play no more.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what
before a game or when Giannis blocked of a game that was over. He was mad at Giannis for no reason. Did this ruin his parlay? And remember the last play of the season for Beasley versus the Knicks? Beasley misses an easy pass from Cunningham to possibly tie the game. It's so suspicious now. Beasley has made over $53 million in his career. Why does he need to gamble? So do you think he was betting on games, or is this?
That's crazy.
Him and the Porter, and then the Porters.
Oh, the Porters. No,
the Porters was a real. Porter was a real situation.
They come down. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. They come all you niggas.
The NFL receiver for the Falcons, he got put out.
Yep.
What's his name? No. He played for the Titans now. What's his dude's name? They went play for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
He didn't do that.
He played at Alabama. Oh my God! I can't believe I can't remember the receiver name. It's gonna kill me on it.
It's a fact now. That's the thing.
Okay. So
when they get them,
okay, what did they find to like? Do y'all have like a specific?
See, it's based on
account to where we can point to where.
No, see, and that's one thing they've kept all that hush. They've kept all that hush a lot about.
Because you just don't get accused of this out of nowhere.
No, that is.
It's got to be a pattern.
But they said, but that's what I'm saying. They keep it on hush hush because we don't know if it's over his whole career, over like they just show if it's over just
a specific game,
a specific season, a specific. You know what I mean? If we don't, we need all of that. Maybe even put it in full context. To be honest with you.
But how do you prove that he shot a 3-pointer and missed on purpose?
You would need text messages and actual people in your camp and family message each other doing something to show that hey, tonight boom just watch the game.
It's hard to prove that.
Somebody to get
That's
paid.
what it is.
Somebody to get paid, and they were like, "No, he going down." $27,000 in the hole with his barber.
Almost 30,000 hoes, but they said his dentist started going his chicks.
Said the goddamn dentist was garnishing money out of the goddamn check.
Yes, he is.
Terrell Owens broke as hell. Yes, Pac-Man broke. These people will tell you that. Pac-Man said he was spending $1 million a weekend. A weekend. That's a lot of money.
And doing
nothing. See, if Diddy spent $1 million a weekend, it's okay.
We're billions.
Paycheck to paycheck. Now, I'm not saying that being
shit.
Imagine being a millionaire living paycheck to paycheck is crazy.
Cam Newton's kind of alluded to something like that on his own podcast. So he was saying back when I was playing NFL, when them checks was coming in, life was a little different. But at the same time, people like, bro, you made 120 plus million in NFL.
Don't he have 11 teen kids?
That's what.
11 teen kids is crazy.
I'm telling you, like that shit costs. Kids cost.
They do.
That's why.
Children.
They said the average kid in America now, it costs $400,000 to raise them throughout their life.
I believe it. I wouldn't doubt that. I wouldn't doubt that. You know, of course, our mom and dads would be looking like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. Why?
Beasley goes coast to coast like it's a game. It's from the 2024 season only, specifically January 31st, 2024, with the Bucks. The team was in Portland, and it was the Damian Lillard return game to the Blazers. Do you know what kind of guts you'd have to try to fix your own props on a national TV ESPN game? That is insane. So odds for Malik Beasley rebounds under 2.5 cratered from plus 120 to minus 250 before the game. That's like going from, he probably won't hit the under, too. He is definitely hitting the under. Somebody knew something. One sportsbook was forced to move those odds because such big bets came in on Malik Beasley unders. Weird. But here's the thing. Those bets lost. Beasley ended up with 6 rebounds. It wasn't even close. And look at these rebounds. The man is fighting hard to grab them.
Which is why it'd be hard to say he threw the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Somebody just got mad, G. I don't know, man.
Unless authorities huge
That's a crazy allegation.
It's a read.
Like the game where he didn't need to score that bucket because of the parade, that looked like it was something. You know what I mean?
But that's not even what they're charging them. They're talking about 2021. They're not even talking about 24.
So it could be smoke and mirrors still, man.
Betting patterns, and in this case, it was DraftKings. A guy placed a Jonte Porter prop parlay to win big. See, that's the thing with props, right? They have such small limits that the most you could bet on is like $2,000, which wouldn't make sense for an NBA player to risk. But these same game parlays let one guy, Jonte, points, rebounds, assists, and threes, and he made $85,000 in a single win. And they might have gotten away with it, too. Instead, a few months later, the same two men walked into a DraftKings again and got real greedy. They heavily bet on Jonte Porter, and the slip they put in would have netted over $1 million. What were they thinking? Oh, you already got away stealing $85,000 from these people. Jonte Porter is suspicious enough. Then you go and do it again. So DraftKings did not pay them out, reported to the FBI, who investigated. They got the men's cell phones, and in a Telegram chat, they found Jonte Porter. Hit unders for the big numbers. I told co-conspirator 2, no blocks, no steals. I'm going to play the first 2-3 minutes spent off the bench. When I get subbed out, I'll tell my eyes pulling me again. They caught Jonte red-handed. And sure enough, he told the Raptors his eye was hurting, and he subbed out props cash. So not only did the sportsbook notice weird betting activity, sent it to the FBI, but the FBI caught the bettors and then had electronic evidence that the NBA player was in on. And it turns out he was in deep debt to these shady bookies, and he was trying to pay them back with these tips. Now, you would think if that was the case for Terry Rozier or Malik Beasley, we would find out. But so far, nothing. I will say that Wolves clip where he's hustling to cover the spread is really weird, but that happened when he was making more money than ever in the NBA. In his personal life does not.
Man, they're just sitting here watching this motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess he okay.
We definitely got to call it. But yeah, I think he out of here. I think that if they find that he can that they can find text, they gotta find text messages. That's the only way you get them. You gotta find like text messages showing that it was intent and all this type stuff. Him just blowing a play or not having that's not enough. No, you can't prove intent. You can't prove intent like that. Will LeBron retire in LA and wrap up year 23?
If I was a betting man, I'd probably say that what would be
23.
Bryce is gonna be in the league, has opportunity to be in the league at that time.
Okay.
It'd be dope as hell for him to play with both his sons in the league, you know what I'm saying? Then on the whole 23, his number's 23, the Jordan thing, all that kind of just sounds like a happy fairy tale right there, you know what I'm saying? A happy fairy tale ending, you know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
It do.
I don't think that's I don't see it as a bad thing. No, I mean a bad thing. I don't see it as a Like I can see that for sure. Yeah,
I don't see him retiring anytime soon.
Because right now, I mean, he's coming off he's coming off a 25-8-8 season.
Yeah, until he starts scoring like 17 and 6. Like,
this isn't a Kobe thing where he was averaging 16, 17
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, once you get there, then it's time to go.
Or Vince Carter thing where he's just a journeyman, just being the locker room guy. You know what I'm saying? Like
he might get a 12-point game once in a while.
And then, you know what I'm saying? Like LeBron is 25-8-8 right now.
He's still arguably top 5 player in
the league right now at 40. ESPN had him at number 4.
That's crazy.
ESPN got him number 4. Got him number 4.
That's unheard of.
And it is not far fetched. He's not outside of top 10. You know what I'm saying?
So, no, not even close.
This nigga Giannis just averaged 32 and 12.
Still, to me, that still doesn't make him like that's not. He's not better than LeBron.
Giannis is 33 and 12 on 60%.
All for dunks and rebounds.
Hey, what is LeBron?
That's a skill set though.
LeBron has a skill. Come on, man. What
is LeBron? Dunks and layups.
LeBron is a highly skilled player.
I'm not.
Aren't you a LeBron guy?
I'm not. I'm a Luka Doncic guy. / Dirk Nowitzki guy because I'm a Mavericks guy.
Okay.
You know
are you a Mavs guy? Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just telling you, if you got LeBron over Giannis right now, that's tough.
Because the thing is about LeBron.
That's nasty.
The thing about LeBron is
it's tough, bro. I'm
sorry. Okay. Like in essence, yes, it's far fetched. I'm talking not far fetched, but yeah, it's a little bit like overbearing for me to say that. But I will say this though. For him to be 40, averaging 25, 8, and 8. That means your IQ. That means your IQ is.
That is dope.
That means your IQ.
Not even IQ, because like your
skill.
I say not even your skill, nigga. Your ability to take care of your body, bro. You gotta understand. It ain't nobody at 40 that's doing anything physically.
On the coldest old man,
especially like on a daily basis. That's doing it like once you in season. That's doing it on the damn near 3-4 times a week at a high level.
Can't no player since post 30 had a better career than LeBron. Post 30,
no.
Going in your 40, post 30 years old.
I mean,
35 years old, 36 years old, like 10 years stretch. Because no one has it.
No.
No one has it.
No. Absolutely not.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I mean. Like,
I don't even know if there's anybody that's going to beat his record. I really don't know. Unless they change the rules until if they get a 4-point line, then maybe.
Maybe not our lifetime.
Yeah.
We all gonna be old.
Basketball slick flaw, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all. It's slick flaw.
Talk about it.
Because it's like, at least our favorite players we came up on, they had to deal with like real resistance. It's like AI had to deal with real resistance. Like T-Mac and Vince and all them niggas had to deal with like real resistance, my nigga. Yeah, LeBron had to deal with real resistance, my nigga. Man, them championship games, y'all were going they were like 74 and 67, like at the end of the game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Defense and shit was different. Like to me, it was better. The defense was better in the 2000s than it was in the 90s. It was a lot more resistant in the 90s. No,
factually proven, the 2000s is the slowest pace era. The 90s was actually a faster
pace. Correct. Yeah, real shit. So with that being said, it's like,
but that's why a lot of people when you actually know basketball, and you having the Jordan debate. A lot of people, a lot of people say that's the one knock on Jordan is like, yeah, you did that, but niggas couldn't play defense the way niggas really would have been playing defense type shit.
And see, that's where I be trying to figure out. Listen, I watched like what when they say that they had no zones, you couldn't do zones. When you watch the game, they was in zone. You know what I'm saying? He watched it, but they're clearly playing zone. Mm-hmm. They're clearly playing zone. So I don't know. I got you. The rule might have been implemented, but they didn't call it.
They had illegal, like in the 90s. In the 90s, they had that illegal defense shit. Like you couldn't be too far from your opponent.
It wasn't that it wasn't a zone. You just had to.
You had to be at a certain
Because I'm telling you,
which is weird.
I made up that one day. Like I'm like, look, I showed it. Like y'all, they're saying they cannot play zone, and they're literally in zone. They're in zone.
But Jordan's still that nigga though.
No, for sure.
So I don't know. It's like I'm saying, it's kind of like the hand check rule. They honestly took that rule out. They took you couldn't hand check like in 2002, but they really didn't start calling it until like
I said,
you know what I'm saying? They didn't really start calling it for real until like 2006, 2007. The rule been gone.
I say the handshake rule never changed in the 2000s. The rule actually changed in like it was either the early 90s, late 80s. Because what the handshake rule was is what they used to do. Niggas used to have two hands on you. So now what it is, you can put a hand on them or you can put an arm on them. So and that changed but niggas was just still doing it. So and like you said, it just never been a lot of rules in the NBA just never been implemented. Like so, if you're not doing it every night for every game, then it's not gonna be something that's just gonna happen. It's not ever gonna be implemented for every team.
And depending on the real, they gonna let you play a certain different way.
Exactly.
Even though they gonna call it, if you agree with it, they gonna call it. But if it's subtle, they gonna like you feel me?
Exactly. Like the tribal. We don't know what a tribal is no more. They gave these guys in this new era a gather step, which is literally 3 steps,
and not even 3 steps, because technically by the rule. Technically, by the rule of the NBA, a gather step is your first step after you collect the ball. So literally, if I have the ball in one hand, until I put the ball in both of my hands, it doesn't count as a
big step.
If you rule about it, that's the letter of the rule book. That's why it's different in high school. That's because like once you technically gather the ball, regardless if you got 2 hands on it or not, in the NBA it says you're supposed to have 2 hands on it. But once you gather the ball, that's when your steps start.
which leads me into my thing about how these guys say that the 90s guys couldn't hang in this era, and they're like, imagine Jordan can actually have 3-4 steps.
Man, if Jordan had an extra step before he take off, boy,
3-4 steps, and the ref's not gonna say nothing.
LeBron traveled more than anybody I've ever seen.
Man.
Give Jordan 3 steps
around the world.
Who don't travel though in this era of basketball? Everybody's traveling. Give Jordan 4 steps. It's 45 a night.
I ain't gonna lie. Man, that damn.
Hit me.
That damn.
And not even that, but just
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There's no big man around. Like
footwork.
Niggas wasn't trying to go to the hole because not only you gonna get fouled, and then it's like I ain't trying to take too many more of them. But now it ain't nobody back there that could even take a foul.
Right. Even and then even you. Let's say you go in the hole and I block the shot. They'll go review because they think I did something heinous. You know what I'm saying?
That shit is the craziest shit ever.
You can't do nothing.
All right, bro. Yeah, you need to chill out, bro. I don't know what you're doing right now, but that's nasty. The fact that you even just wrote his name up there is the part. What I'm talking about.
I mean, I'm saying like this era of basketball is tough to watch at times, man. And then you try to respect it and enjoy it because I don't know if y'all peep game this year or even in general over the last few years anyway, regardless. But just this particular season in the playoffs, did y'all not see a different vibe with the refs not calling nothing? They were letting them play ball. They was blowing niggas and niggas was getting tackled and shit. Ain't nobody
was bleeding.
Nobody's calling nothing, and it's that blatant though. Like it's clearly that blatant that y'all are not calling nothing. You know what I'm saying? Yep. So why don't y'all do this in the regular season?
Yeah, man.
You gotta allow some kind of physicality in the regular season because it goes.
Players is getting to the free throw line 15 times.
Like, it literally go from night to day when the playoffs start.
I don't understand that. I mean, they went from blowing the whistle every play to literally swallowing it.
Whoa. The unwritten rule of playoff basketball is so different nowadays.
Right.
It was like just a little extra back in the day. Now we playing street ball.
Exactly.
But it's our AAU shit.
Because in the regular season in 2000s, the scores was 88-88. In the playoffs, it was 88-88. You know what I'm saying? Literally. It was nothing, no different, bro. You hear me? It might even be lower, 75-77, some shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
See, I'm looking at how I'm really the only reason why I'm looking at this.
I don't get this world. I don't get this world of basketball today.
Yeah, it's weak because all it is just AAU. It's spaced offense. Like you can't do nothing. You can't really play. It's people just want to see niggas score, and that should be weak, man. Like
it's designed for that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because the rates are so bad. The rates are so ass. The Ratings
are bad, designed for that to happen. They're in the era where they feel like the guard / perimeter player is the key position. They want everybody to be able to dribble, everybody to be able to shoot.
And I'm gonna tell y'all the business
niggas
of
don't play
basketball
no
different.
defense,
Like the
bro.
business of basketball is way different, bro.
Niggas don't.
They want a lit nigga to be the nigga who can make the game go. Like we're not another transition. So like when we had the transition of like the Garnetts, the Kobe's, we still had the LeBrons, we still had
Melo,
the Melo, we had the KDs. Then still started to merge.
Yeah,
all this type. We in a weird transition now, man. There is no real superstar in the NBA.
Also, in my opinion,
American anyway.
I feel, and also in my opinion, from what I'm seeing, a lot of these hoopers,
like
he does the fashion model thing, but he ain't no talk. He ain't who he talk to.
He don't really talk.
He ain't no hoop and go on.
Anthony Edwards was the best option we had.
That's what you got.
He a
fool.
And he a YN.
And he a fool. He a complete fool.
Like the two people supposed to be at the face of the extra YNs. That was supposed to be Ja, and they cut him out.
Right.
See, Ja could have. Yep.
And ironically, the two biggest countries in NBA history, right as we speak right now, is SGAs, and then he just got topped by Devin Booker. And both them guys don't say 2 words to the media, don't give a fuck about the media. You know what I'm saying?
Booker fell off a bad bag of dope.
Well,
now Booker ain't even fall off today.
He just on a bad.
Bradley Beal fell off.
These guys don't care about the league like that. These guys don't care about all that.
No, he was good. He was still good at the Wizards. They just lose. It's hard. My thing is, I had a feeling that trio wasn't gonna work because you can't tell a nigga that's scoring 30 on a losing team for over 10 years to learn how to be a winner.
And be a third option.
Yeah, bro.
But let me ask this right here: do you feel like guys in this era right here, where you that when I say don't care, I'm not necessarily don't care about hooping. Sometimes you care about don't hooping for real, but the amount of money they making. Like Devin Booker is the richest basketball player in history of basketball, and ain't won nothing.
But people care more about Brandon than anything else. And that narrative was also.
Someone can say, "I wouldn't even. Why pay him that much money? What has he? Look what has he done? Okay, what has he done to get that?"
But look at the OGs who all have podcasts talking about ring culture and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That actually played and like which ones that care, which ones that don't care,
right? Which
ones that try to provide an overall perspective. Is like the it's too many voices, right? So people only choose what only apply to them. So my thing is this: okay, if I'm Devin Booker, I'm making my bread. T-Mac ain't winning. T-Mac is saying shit. What's the point of ring culture? And I looked up to T-Mac then shit. If Paul George is my GOAT, why am I caring about rings when he ain't never got one?
Right.
And he's sitting down making money, being injured. So it's like
exactly.
The culture's all been fucked up ever since. And I blame LeBron. Why? LeBron.
You got players like Tobias Harris, who's made $300 million in his career, ain't made an all-star.
Player power fucked everything up.
Ain't made an all-star
at a certain capacity.
Tobias Harris has made almost $300 million in his career. Yeah. And ain't made an all-star.
The thing is,
barely has averaged over 13, 14 points in his career. I'm talking about, but he's the coldest, just nonchalant mid player in the history of basketball as far as contract.
My thing is,
whoever his agent is, they need to get with him.
Yeah,
it's his daddy.
He hard.
Oh, this is the thing though. It's like once players, it's like it's no balance. There's no real balance and power. So you mean to tell me, and that's what's wrong with the NIL shit too. But it's like, okay, you mean to tell me, okay, I just don't like playing here no more. I want to get traded.
Slide to whoever the highest bid is.
Or I don't like this coach to get him out of here. It's like,
you got players.
The players make more money than coaches. So
you got college players who literally have been on 4 different teams in 40 years. This goes to a new team every year. Whoever's paying them. Slide.
Hey, that's real because I did it on my college football last year. I played on 4 different teams just because they allowed me.
That's another thing too. Being able to do that in a video game as a kid, what makes you think? You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna play
Utah.
Bailey.
Bailey
was literally upset.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because I could have just stayed in college.
Because the nigga thought, and I don't know if it was him or it was one of the niggas who got
we're fucked, man.
I don't know if it was him or it was another nigga who got drafted. He said, man, I thought it was gonna be like 2K. One of them niggas said they thought it was gonna be like.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Where they get to choose the team they really get to go to.
You see? And I believe that, bro. Yeah.
I do feel that the spirit of winning a championship is not like.
And that's why
in NBA, it's like these guys. Like, I hate to say it. I hate to say it because I'm trying these people's characters, but I just don't see it.
I think it's coming back.
I just don't
because but now we're getting the second generation kids. I think it's coming back because we're getting the second generation kids. Like because I'm not doing this because I got to. I'm doing this because I really love the game. Like I really want to be like. It might not be necessarily where it come out, and they might not be like necessarily, I guess, like the best players, but it's coming back to. I feel like it's gonna be a resurgence of at least.
If Giannis Antetokounmpo could speak clear English and be a lot more marketable, he'd be the face of the league. And that's why they want him.
All he had to do,
they tried.
All Giannis
they
tried to push him. If Giannis could learn like
good English and have a great system, like
the NBA has tried to push these guys.
Like if he had Anthony Edwards with this, he'd be the face of the league.
The NBA has tried to push these guys though. They really did try to push. He was on Saturday.
I believe what you're saying about Tobias and what you're saying about certain people getting contracts, right?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
There is no reward for championships.
Right.
I don't need to win a championship to get the
$300 million.
Back then, you had to be a certain type of nigga.
You had to be cold, yeah.
If you didn't have a championship, you had to be T. Mac or Iverson.
Type shit. You know what I'm saying?
There was no mid-range nigga
you had to be cold, bro.
I think with us entering a recession, niggas that bag on decrease, especially when they do another CBA. Oh, you don't think these owners looking at that shit like, hey, watch how they whip this boy. This shit about to become a slave ship.
Watch you know it. Watch. But we talk about the
watch. Because the only way the product is gonna get good is there's gonna be more regulation. It's becoming more anarchist now.
And all
the inmates are starting to run outside. That's what they do.
Generate the money to the NBA are leaving, or they're depleted talent.
They're
depleted talent, or they're leaving. KD is the best. What we call KD now? The best plug player ever. It don't matter what we just put KD places.
Anyway, he go 27 and 67.
It don't matter what.
But the excitement of watching KD hoop is gone now.
It's that boring.
The excitement of wanting to watch KD hoop is not the same no more. No. The excitement to watch LeBron hoop is not the same no more.
No.
The excitement to watch Steph shoot threes ain't the same no more.
It's because of streaming, bro. Everything's so readily accessible. Like, you ain't got to watch it in real time. Everything has so much excitement built up because, nigga, you got to go catch it. And if you don't catch it, next time you ain't going to be able to see it until ESPN. Hopefully, ESPN got the highlights on.
Right.
And if ESPN ain't got it, yeah.
Right. For
so
sure.
It's like,
the first top 10 is over with.
Exactly.
So
back then, we was hyped to see that. Back when we was coming up, we didn't miss out on missing halftime of the NFL game because we was gonna miss the jacked up. You know what I'm saying?
It's the same way you was talking about videos, right?
Right.
The reason videos is dead because they don't watch his parks.
Right.
Ain't no one.
It is. We just don't watch it no more.
Ain't no one his parks. Ain't no TRLs.
Yeah.
Ain't no nothing to make excitement because streaming.
Exactly.
No, fact.
Anything right here. Yeah. It's at convenience. So anything convenient, you're gonna take it.
Well, and then even artists was like, "Why didn't you go to 1 Second Park for? I just put on YouTube and get 400 million views, blah blah blah, something like that. I don't need 1 Second Park. I don't need TV. I don't need a manager no more.
And I don't need. And that's the same high school player that's saying I don't need college because I can go to OTE.
Yeah. Right.
And hoop for a couple of years without having to go to class. Get cold and become Asor and Amin Thompson.
Yeah, exactly.
And still get paid while doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's too many outlets.
Because you got guys these hoopers, these basketball players going to college and coming out in freshman year, especially them one and done, they not going to class.
Fuck no.
What class?
Exactly. And I hate to say to these guys,
not all going to class back then. Now niggas getting paid.
If you one of them guys if you one of them guys like Polo Banchero, like he came out here, he did 1 year. Man, listen, man.
Do y'all think Cooper Flag went to class?
Man, no.
What we talking about? The white boys too. You think Flag went to class?
And to be honest, from what I understand,
the nigga was going to the Olympics, was going playing the Olympics, and goddamn in college, and knew he was gonna be the first round pick, as long as he get injured.
And from what I understand, when they in season, they really not on the campus for real.
No, you're not.
I mean, because they going to playing game, but because a lot of these guys they going overseas. Like the college game is being played in Hawaii or something. You know what I'm saying? What's that? The term invitations. They gone. They gone.
So you know what's happening? Lemaire, Kate over there, or Lil Keisha, whatever. She doing my homework.
Yeah.
She doing all the required work I got to do.
Right.
and I'm getting paid from NIL now. I'm gonna break off some too. It ain't just you doing it for my potential no more. I can pay you now, bitch.
Right.
Here go 10 bands to do my homework.
Am I really gonna go to school? But listen, if I flunked out of school, I don't care. I'm finna get drafted.
I'm gone. Yeah.
No.
I'm out of here.
I came here just because I have to be.
And it's crazy because
honestly, they probably would ended the draft if it wasn't for the rule. They have to come here. You know what I'm saying?
The problem is with NIL, people are able to do shit a lot more openly than it would, because it was illegal when we were in school. It was illegal, so niggas had to keep shit under wraps.
Right.
And now it's just like, oh yeah, well, I can legally
get calls, everything too, and shit like that. They just couldn't say nothing.
I just couldn't say nothing, bro.
Now I just go get an agent and then get a $10 million NIL deal.
Right. Which I ain't overly mad because the NCAA has made money. NCAA has made money off these young kids.
I need back pay.
They've been fucking niggas over
for years.
I need back pay.
So I ain't necessarily overly mad, but they are abusing it. I will agree that they abuse it.
Well, it's no structure system for it.
Right.
You shouldn't have to be able to leave. Just leave it anytime you want.
Anytime,
you got
exactly.
to be eligible to play the next season. Whatever.
Exactly. How in the world is a player able to leave four colleges? It's playing four different colleges.
Ain't no happen. That's why.
Sophomore play somewhere, junior play somewhere, senior play. That's crazy. That's crazy.
In the structure that you have to have on the NBA, they can't deal with.
They can't last in the league.
They ain't had to.
Right.
For their whole life, you've been putting them in AU.
He was the man.
Doing invitationals and doing this right here. They got to goddamn it college and some shit like that. They was a nigga. They had $5 million before their freshman year was over with. They stayed in college because they get more money. They didn't stay in college because they want to be in college. They stayed in college to get more money. So I done paid 2-3 years in college. I do whatever the fuck I want to. Traveling everywhere across this motherfucker.
Right.
I might be a top player like a Cooper Flag or something like that.
Right.
I'm playing in the Olympics now. You can't tell me nothing for real. So when I get to the structure of the NFL, I get paid more than coaches now. And only person that get paid more than me is the owner. And now you feel like a slave now. Because you didn't know what staying structure was before you got to the NFL, to the league.
Well, the thing is, players that lack personal development don't last long. And that's just that's the truth.
Well, a lot of humans nowadays don't got it because ain't no personal development needed.
Well, you don't need that's in life. That's in life though. Like in life.
Yeah. Humans don't know that personal development.
In this era, in our era, I'm 35 in October. I had to go outside to do this stuff. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need I didn't have to like today's era, you just get up, you don't have to leave your room ever. You know what I'm saying? At this point. I had to leave my room when I was coming up. Like the newspaper was a real thing. You had to read, you had to know how to read it. You had to read and write to be able to do things.
I just read and write.
You know what I'm saying?
Not just read and write. Listen, because you just look at it.
You know what I'm saying? You don't need that.
Not read and write. They don't know how to talk.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They can read and write. It's something I do my little girl all the time. You gotta speak up, my girl. You gotta. My little girl got a 12th grade read level.
Yeah.
She got damn it is top of her class last 3-4 years. But her personality trait of what I had to instill in her was the hardest part.
How old is she? Real quick.
She turned 12 in November. So that's the hardest. That is the hardest part of the thing, is giving them how to express their personality. Because your personality gives you confidence to want to speak. And you be comfortable in when you comfortable in yourself, you can speak to people. Like when I have a conversation with people, and people like, and I get deals done, I go get business done and stuff like that. It ain't just because I'm good at making music. It ain't just good because I got money and I can just pay my way for shit. I'm broke, nigga. I tell niggas all the time, rich nigga, I ain't got. But what I do is I keep my word. My integrity and my name is my name and all that type of stuff. You dig what I'm saying? If I say I'm gonna do something, I know how to execute really well, and also I know how to cultivate relationships.
Right.
So I know how to talk to them.
Go outside.
I know how to say something. I know how to check on your kid, how your mama them doing, how boom boom doing, before I even get to the business part. Before I get to saying like I need something from you. These new motherfuckers, young niggas, man, what's the play, big bro? Nigga, you ain't. Nigga, hello?
Right.
How you doing?
Right.
Everything straight?
Exactly.
Talk to me. Let's have a conversation, boom, boom, and then let's get to the work and stuff like that. But they don't even have they don't got a personality. Their personality based in watching on YouTube and what they see and all this. They don't even know how to be themselves.
So let me ask you this right here. With your 12-year-old, did you make her do the old school way, or you know what I'm saying? Did you groom her the old school way, or did you give her a phone at age 6, 7?
I mean, I couldn't get a phone at age 6. I was broke.
I couldn't do that. I couldn't.
I guess.
I couldn't do that. She had to get it started. It's a mix. Mine is a mix. Mine is a mix. Mine is it has to be a mix because I can't prepare for a world I don't live in. Like our parents raised us in a world that they weren't gonna be living in.
Right.
My mama could certain things my mama tried to do in old school way that you did.
My mama
they would have never thought know a phone was gonna be this. You didn't know you didn't know we were gonna have the world in our hands and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's giving her standards and morals that are old school, like or old school compared to what we were going like clean your room, all those type of things. Get outside, go outside, talk to people. Like you have to do that. Yeah. You can go play the game or go. She's not a game. She's more of a talent person. But you can get on. I'm cool with all that type of stuff when it's a rainy day outside.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nothing going on and shit like that. But she with me anyway. Like we're gonna go places anyway. I'm gonna
go outside, go bowl, and go do something.
It's not neighborhood kids so much no more.
Exactly.
You gotta take them to go do stuff. That's the difference between our generation versus what was easier, I think, back then for parents. You just send your kid outside
because they are outside playing football in the street, right in front of you.
It's a girl doing hopscotch over there. It's this going on right
basketball court down the court.
That's not going on no more. So I gotta take my little girl to the Family Fun Center. Yeah. I gotta take her to certain things. Hit up Rome and say, hey, bro, which one Cali doing today? Like y'all trying to go keep them boom.
Exactly.
And then we go do some stuff like it gotta be stuff like that.
Exactly.
To add to that point though, I think our generation of parents have also, because of the enhancement of technology and shit, we've also been fear-mongered into keeping them sheltered. Right. Because it's like, if you go outside, you may get kidnapped. You know what I'm saying? It's other factors that go into that.
Protection. Especially black parents.
I'm going to my next point. Do you whoop your daughter?
I had to.
Okay. Have you whooped your daughter?
I had to. What I'm saying, like, I ain't had to. She ain't done nothing like.
Because we came up on whoopings. We came up on whoopings.
I didn't reprimand her. I didn't reprimand her, but she ain't done nothing. I think I tapped her when she was a little kid.
For sure.
Type shit.
I'm talking about. But have you picked up a pot? You know what I'm saying?
She ain't done it.
Like that stuff was happening out there.
But I did stuff that required that though.
You know what I'm saying?
I cursed at my karate teacher and called my karate teacher a bitch when I was a kid. My mama beat my ass right now. You can't be calling people adults like talking adults like that. My daughter has done nothing that warrants that now. She's 12 this year and she started to get moody. And it might pop off. Mm. You know what I mean? But right now it ain't she ain't had enough attitude. Now I've had
the whole generation, in my opinion. Well, let me have my opinion. A lot of the older, our parents would say we are soft, as in with our kids, because we don't whoop them, we don't do that to them, we don't do this, we don't do that. But
that's not necessarily true.
Exactly.
What? No, go ahead. Keep going. No, keep going.
See, what I was gonna say was, if you ask me, I would have took the whoopings every day if it means I can still go to football practice.
Right.
If I can still go, if I can still I'm still on basketball. Right. So, I got this. I just got beat, but shit, I can go practice tomorrow. I'm cooling.
Yeah, you know because I'm mad at them. This is what I really want to do.
I'm cooling. So, in my opinion, I feel like as our generation, the '90s, people was born in the '90s, we know what really we didn't like. Mm-hmm. I was devastated when I couldn't go to practice. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we do to the kids.
Right.
In my opinion, we instead of whooping them.
You have to reprimand them.
You have to taking the PS5, taking the TV,
taking the tablet, taking the phone,
that'll kill them more than
than getting a whooping.
Trust me,
you know what I'm saying?
Trust me now. Like, but
in the essence, the older generation, like, man, why don't you slap this little baby in the mouth? You feel me? What's going on?
And then you look at
what's going on?
Man, he's a baby.
What's going on?
He's 3.
And also, you look at yourself. They smacked me in the mouth. It didn't keep me from getting locked up.
Right.
It didn't work, motherfucker. That's why we don't do as much.
Right.
Some people, and I think that's why it's a case by case basis.
Yeah, it's case by case basis.
Certain people,
because I do see our generation still whooping our kids.
Yeah. My cousin.
Yeah, for sure.
They get their ass beat.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I see way more than.
But they with the shit though. 30 days.
Yeah, for sure.
Because some ain't gonna. Now they might try to reprimand you in the quote unquote soft parent shit, whatever like that weird ass shit.
Yeah.
Like, no, my little girl get an act cop ass. Hey, come here, my girl. I told my girl. I told my dad. He didn't say nothing. Hey, my girl, come here.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing? You straight? Everything good? Don't tell me nothing's wrong. That's my biggest thing, my little girl. Don't tell me nothing's wrong. Tell me what's wrong. Even I can't do nothing about it, so I can figure a way to get something done about it.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. My little girl had issues when she don't open up and tell me the truth. You know what I mean? About, like she want to hold. I can take my little girl. You hold your anger on your face like I do. You can't hide it if you wanted to.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're 10 or 11. Like you don't know how to hold your you don't know how to put a poker face on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
right.
I'm old enough not to put a poker face on when I'm pissed off. You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't know how to do that shit, my girl.
Exactly.
I think you mad out there. Say what it is, boom, boom, boom. But it depends on the kid. Like I said, my little girl ain't done nothing for me to work. But I also am big on what y'all saying earlier about the protection thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like we shelter our kids. That's the black folks' biggest mistake to me.
Exactly.
It should not be protection. It should be preparation.
Right.
And prepare your kids for the inevitable. Work hard, man.
Yeah.
People don't give a fuck.
And the second thing, I believe, in my opinion, that black folk parents, at least in our era, did for sure. Yeah. They taught us to you leaving at 18, boy, girl. Like you're not gonna be here. Mm-hmm. The other side, the Latinos and Mexicans, white people, they family stay with their house until they 40 years old. And then when their parents pass away, just give them the house. We are taught to leave the house and go get our own house.
It's counterintuitive.
Because, when our parents passed away, we fighting over the house. Like,
or you know anyway, or the bank got anyway.
Exactly.
What they're doing to Mexican, what they're doing
exactly.
What they're doing to Mexican families.
No, I'm laughing because how candid you said it, but it's right.
Exactly. What they doing to Mexican family? I know I got some party like it. It be say his mama, daddy, and his 4 kids. They all putting in. Mm-hmm. They all putting in. Say they grown, bro. Mm-hmm. They gonna put in just a little bit so you can save money. So now in 5 years, maybe 2 of them have saved enough to get their own crib, right? And for their family and all that type of shit, because they want to have boom boom. The other 2, they still there. They still putting in. So when the mom and daddy passed away, them 2, that's their crib now. Now we got 3 houses because the other 2 got their own separate houses. And we're going to start the same shit. We ain't going to kick our kids out instantly. We're going to make sure they straight. And we're going to keep this train going. So when you look at 10, 15, 20 years, that same family, now that family got 7, 8 houses that the family owns. Right. Anybody can go to and always got somewhere to be at.
So at what age do you see yourself if you might say no age really, but do you start giving your daughter the nudge like, hey, it's about that time? Or there really is no
for me
or wrong and say
for me it ain't really it wasn't really like my mama made me get out.
Yeah, mine too.
But also she let me back in though once she got fucked up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So until I got back on my feet, so I made to take care of her. Yeah. So it's a full so for me it's a full circle thing. My daughter, I'm gonna teach my daughter to go get her own because that's what mama did for me. Yeah. Teach her how to go get her own.
Right, not be a moocher.
And not be a moocher and stuff like that. But if you fall on hard time, there's always a room for you.
The thing is, wouldn't it be wise? I'm talking about just as a community. It's like teach your children how to be like to think independently, but also like in a sense being self-sufficient people. Yeah. Teach them how to be self-sufficient people to where they want to get out.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like you want to plant seeds. Plant seeds where you want to, because the thing is, if you train them like that when they're young, you teach them how to do bank shit and get an LLC and all that shit when they're young. When they are able to, by the time they get of age to move, whenever that is, they're already willing. You ain't got to force them. They like, I'm gone. Thank you for what you taught me. I'm out. You see what I'm saying? I think it's bad parenting overall. Is when, you know what I'm saying, motherfuckers just too comfortable staying in the house. It's like
they never had no drive to want to get out.
Now I will say this though, and let me be mindful. I ain't gonna say bad parenting. I'll say the parenting's different with our parents because they were still learning how to be adults as they were raising us. You see what I'm saying? No, because they still people. Of course, right? It's like it's a lot.
Mama had me older,
but still,
but lack information.
Had me older too.
Also, still, they're still learning how to be adults. Not adults, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, you're right. They're still developing how to be.
She couldn't equip me with the certain information
that she didn't have.
That she didn't have.
Correct.
That's why nowadays you got the palm of your fucking hand. Yeah, there's no reason why I can't teach my little girl at 12 years old, which I am. She started when this year, is to get a bank account and have certain things. What's a CD? And I ain't talking about something you put in the motherfucking thing. Right. Like what's a long-term life insurance plan? Right. All these type of things.
Yeah, our parents back then had to draw that out and show you and take you to a bank. Again, go outside. We had to go.
Right.
We had to go to these things.
Right. Exactly. That'd be the main thing.
That'd be the biggest thing. Went from a place of survival,
right,
over a place of abundance.
Right.
I'm trying to teach from abundance, young man. I try not to parent from a place of desperation, like we ain't gonna get rich one day.
And that's why our generation is different, because we got a lot more resources to lean on if we want to find information. You know what I'm saying? Our parents didn't have YouTube and all that other shit to teach themselves how to do it, because I firmly believe, like, if my mama had YouTube whenever she had, you know what I'm saying, had us, my mom and dad would probably be multi-millionaires.
My mom would be multi-millionaire by herself.
You see what I'm saying? Like, just by that work ethic. Because our parents stayed at jobs for 20, 30 years.
But that's one thing. That's one thing that they had. If you wonder why this generation is fucked up, what it is, that's the one thing no one talks about. What main difference between the older generation and this generation? Work ethic.
Yeah. Absolutely.
These niggas don't want to work.
Right.
Ain't no such thing as customer service no more.
Right.
These niggas don't know how to speak to no. That's what I'm saying. Like these motherfuckers be having information, but don't have the due diligence, don't have the wherewithal to apply information. They just know a bunch of shit.
Yeah.
They just know random information from TikTok and this, that, and the third.
Right.
But they don't know how to apply none of this shit.
Yeah.
They don't got discernment. They don't have critical thinking skills.
Nope.
They don't know how to do things with the knowledge they have. And that's why they're sitting there frustrated doing TikTok, man. People won't pay for their life. Because they just know shit.
Agreed.
They just looking shit up about Trump. They looking up shit about information about this, that, and the third. But they don't know how to literally go write a paper and go get a job doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Where you can make $200,000 a year with that same knowledge. And your ass want to make $2,000 a month doing TikToks.
Right.
Don't make no sense. When you being lazy is a smart person's best procrastination excuse.
Agreed.
All a smart person does is acquire more information, don't do nothing.
Yep.
Because they lazy and they fearful.
Yep.
You know, they scared to be embarrassed. They scared to not have a plan right. But I learned a long time ago, you study long, you study wrong.
Yep.
You do this, you keep saying when I'm gonna do this, and I got the perfect plan, and it's a nigga who less qualified like me, who less qualified than some of you smart, and telling that nigga who just do.
Mm-hmm.
Just go do it. You may be more intelligent than me. You may be more talented than me or something, but you pussy. You need to go just do it. Mm-hmm. You scared to look embarrassed. You scared to fail in front of people. Yep. You scared to not look like the cool nigga and got it all figured out. Yep. I don't care. Mm-hmm. I will look foolish. I will look fucked up in front of people. Because the next time, if I fail and I fall on faith, I'm 1% better. Because next time I won't make the same mistake.
Right.
The next time, are you fucked up? Now you fucked up because I know what I'm doing now. Now you gave me a chance to know what I'm doing. You so scared. You know what you're doing. But you won't do it.
That's true.
And on that note,
I think that should be good for the
And on that note, Contextually Speaking, episode 35.
Y'all some talking motherfuckers.
I'm ready to go. But I was ready to go. I was trying to find an ending.
That was perfect.
I was trying to find an ending. Shout out to Cornstalk, you know what I mean? Big Corn, you feel what I mean?
Yeah.
Best security in the land, you dig what I'm saying?
Anytime, man.
Best security in the land, you dig what I'm
Anytime, man. Anytime.
Over there doing Neo security and shit, you feel me? All the celebrities and shit. B list always A list, you know what I'm saying? CD, all that, you feel me?
Absolutely.
R.I.P. Minerva.
R.I.P. Minerva.
Kevin be balling. You know what I'm saying? We out.
Sersky.
Boom. So, I feel like I'm saying some real shit, but I want to say it.